Hello everyone, how is it going? We are here with more Honkai Star Rail. Sorry, I meant to do the stream 2 days ago, but things kept getting in the way. Like not sleeping, and then sleeping too much, and then just it was just a mess. Well, I mean, I just kept pushing it back. I did announce it. Well, at least I kept y'all informed. I tried to at least. We're going to doing the new story mission. New finest duel under the pristine blue.
Stream forth.
Oops.
The gleam of old blades.
I'm so excited to play the new story.
That's a hefty battleship there.
Wheel-time inside the pilot house.
Maybe if we get enough Starjade, I'll try to do a few pulls. Ugh, the sadness of being free to play. After the shackling prison break, the Starscape.
Seriously? When is this war dance going to start? The Sky Splitter has been hovering there for ages. When can we board and see what's inside?
Is this how
When you perish?
long-life species live? Everything proceeds so slowly. The effectiveness of anticipation in my emotional center is at an all-time high. Oh, I need to drink some coolant.
Not the
Relax.
coolant.
The Realm Keeping Commission will send boarding notices to all ticket holders. The Gazette said the Sky Splitter will fire a salute before the ceremony starts.
I saw the schedule for the first day of the tournament. Can you believe the Ringmaster accepted 4 challenges? And he's just a kid.
And he's right there.
So,
He's right there.
Who are you betting on, Bardo?
I'm betting on neither. I lost all my credits betting on Roboball games in Taikian. This time, I've decided not to rely on probability games to accomplish my target of getting rich.
War dance.
Smart man.
There you are. I heard you and Mr. Dan Heng went to meet the judges, and then a riot broke out in the shackling prison. I was so worried about you. Thank goodness you both made it out.
There was a revolt in the shackling prison.
Damn.
Fortunately, we were protected by the guards until the Cloud Knights arrived to rescue us.
I was planning to take Miss March and Yun Li to Stargazer Navalia to see the Sky Splitter up close, but we stumbled upon a group of suspicious Foxians carrying official identity. They were acting strange, so out of curiosity, we decided to follow them. It turns out they were actually Borisin disguised as Foxians. It seems they infiltrated Stargazer Navalia in order to prepare for Hoolay's escape. And we foiled their plans by pure chance. I wonder who provided them with those disguises. And how many more Borisin have taken advantage of the war dance to infiltrate? Yeah, I heard them too. But I'm afraid I'll have to disappoint them. I've already reported to General Jing Yuan that I'll give up my role as the Ringmaster. The security of the Luofu is more important to me than anything else. I need to fulfill my duties as a Cloud Knight Lieutenant before taking on the honor of being a... Those tourists just
why
want
not
to see
both?
some good sword fights. Anyone can participate in this kind of tournament. Doesn't have to. The real challenge lies beyond the ring on the Sky Splitter. If we don't capture the fugitives soon, Hoolay will wreak havoc. Obviously, there's someone behind the scenes orchestrating this prison break, intending to spread chaos. If we fail to thwart their evil plan, what honor will be left for us to uphold?
Is it the 5-star version of Ting Yu?
Well said.
You may be tiny in stature, but your
Fei
ambition
Xiao!
matches that of the Yao Qing's warriors.
Hey, this has nothing to do with my height.
Yes, I suggested to Yanqing that we find a place to have a decent meal. A hunter must be well fed before the hunt.
You still have a good appetite, even in the face of disaster. You truly are the Merlin's Claw. Please finish the food quickly so we can get to work, General Fei Xiao.
Well, that's not up to me. Dig in. I called you here so you could enjoy the food.
Me? This isn't the time for a leisurely meal, and this is way too much for me.
Oh. You'd give me time to enjoy a meal, but not yourself? Ever since you encountered those Borison spies, you've been so busy that you've hardly eaten anything. You can't defeat Hoolay on an empty stomach. Take your time. Enjoy the meal and calm yourself.
Hulay's whereabouts are still unknown, and they've even taken Mr. Zhao Cho hostage.
My
The
hubby,
longer we
Chow
wait,
Chow.
the more complicated the situation becomes.
Zhao Cho always said I'm the most impatient person among the Cloud Knights, and I can't argue with that. So, there's no reason for you to be more anxious. I've fought against Borison abominations for years, and I know their ferocity and cunning well. The Borison were clearly well prepared for this prison break, and now they are staying in the shadows. They have no reason to rush out into the open. When facing cunning and ferocious prey, the hunter must be more patient, biding their time to seize the golden chance for a decisive blow. Once Hoolay loses his patience and reveals himself, that's when we'll strike.
But when will that...
Like I said, it's only one meal away.
Oh, 1 meal away. Eh? Oh man. I actually got some new things today. I got like
General Hua Yan, the Skyfaring Commission has finished its preparations. Do you have any other instructions?
I got like a Hu Tao fan and also Inazuma Electrovision.
Representing the consensus
From Amazon.
between the Merlin's Claw and the Divine Foresight, I'll step in as the temporary commanding officer of the seat of Divine Foresight and oversee the 6 Commission's affairs on the Luofu.
What is the situation at the shackling prison?
Hoolay made a quick escape and even sealed the gates of the prison. As of now, the Cloud Knights have re-established contact with the Staffins. The good news is the 2 Nameless who were trapped in the shackling prison are safe and sound.
I know I shouldn't use the word great given the current situation, but I'm relieved that he and Don Hung are safe.
God, I love her outfit. It's so pretty.
We've lost
Freaking
contact
marches.
with one of the messengers from the Xianzhou Yao Qing. Don't worry, Yukong. Fei Xiao is leading the wolf hunt operation, and you know how capable she is.
I have no doubt about General Fei Xiao's capabilities, General Hua Yan. I'm more concerned about the Warden. According to the plan, the ceremony will begin in 6 hours. The Sky Splitter will be activated, and all visitors will board the ship to watch the contest. But now, with Hoolay's whereabouts unknown, everything is filled with uncertainty.
March is right, Grandpa. I heard the escaped prisoner from the shackling prison is beyond formidable. In case anything goes wrong...
So, Yun Li, what do you think?
Well... I believe we should declare martial law and allocate manpower to search for the escaped prisoners. And as for the war dance, it's better to announce an indefinite delay for now.
Your plan sounds solid, but unfortunately solid plans rarely get a chance to be implemented. I believe there are at least 2 parties. The first are the many travelers who have come all the way here for the war dance. If we declare martial law now, it's like declaring that the Luofu isn't safe.
Causing
How do
all
you
the
think
shit to
the outside-
happen.
The second party is the staff of the Xianzhou Luofu's 6 commissions. They've invested a lot of resources and manpower into organizing the war dance. Suddenly suspending it indefinitely would create... But of course, not everyone disagrees with you.
Really?
The mastermind behind this incident would fully support your opinion, presumably. Hoolay's escape and your discovery of Borison's spies at Stargazer Novalia. Even a child could guess that the fugitive is just one piece in the game. The one controlling the pieces wants to spread chaos and suspicion among the people on the Lawfu. If we declare martial law and postpone the war dance, we'll fall into their trap and instill fear in people even before Hoolay actually... We'll search for the prisoners while maintaining order on the Lawfu, acting as if nothing has happened.
Yeah, just play pretend.
Nothing has happened. Yan Qing said he'd assist the generals, and now he's nowhere to be found. With the host ringmaster gone, how are we supposed to act?
That's why I called the two of you here.
Master Yunli, is General Huayan asking you to be the ringmaster and...
No, that's not...
General Huayan, are you asking me to take Yan...
You caught on quickly, Miss March. That's
Bum,
exactly
bum,
what I mean.
bum.
Miss March is a guest invited by General Jing Yuan, Grandpa. How can an outsider represent the Lawfu in the ring? It will make the Xianzhou Lawfu a laughing...
Dear child, the nameless of the Astral Express are renowned throughout the cosmos. It's an honor to have them participate in the ceremony. Plus, Miss March is a disciple of the little Cloud Knight Lieutenant. How can she be regarded? We can't afford to have any problems during the war dance. I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also with the security of the Sky Split. Yukong, please explain to them the rest of the arrangements.
Dun dun dun. Ooh, Lingsha? Ooh. 3 dual hours before the war dance convenes in the Shackling prison.
I am sorry for our improper management, and I truly appreciate your assistance, General.
There is no need to apologize. We Cloud Knights fight on the battlefield while you judges punish the criminals. We are two sides of the same Xianzhou Luofu, and it is my honor to serve the Ten Lords. I've grasped the situation of the prison break. Now tell me more about the current state of the shackling.
Borison infiltrated the prison in disguise and released the prisoners, spreading chaos. Among the judges on duty in the 4 divisions, Judge Shui from the detention division was killed and is temporarily unavailable. So, I'm taking over her duties and commanding Arumaton spectral envoys and spiritfarers to quickly restore order.
I and the 2 behind me will go deeper into the prison to investigate.
General, the situation inside is still chaotic and perilous. Your presence...
It's common for Cloud Knight generals to face danger directly. Hoolay has escaped, and the Yao Qing envoy is being held hostage by the Borison. His fate is unknown. This is a grave... Not only did the Merlin's Claw offer no reproach, she decided to go after Hoolay herself to prevent further calamity. I believe the Lawfu owes her something in return for her fervent... How did the infiltrators learn about the location where Hoolay was held? And how did they time their plan just before the Yao Qing messengers were ready to escort him? Finding the answer to these questions shouldn't be too difficult. What truly matters is if we can gather the clues that lead us to the mastermind behind all of this.
Is it in you? Question mark?
I'm afraid it won't be...
For a long time, this hidden force has been pursuing their own goals and undermining the security of the Lawfu. Backing down now will only encourage them to further
The Ten Lords Commission will support your decision with everything we have, General.
Dan Heng and Ling Sha. I'll need both of you to accompany me on this challenge.
Well, it's part of my responsibilities as the Cauldron Master. So, where would you like...
Let's start with those Borison disguised as fox.
My people have already prepared the evidence.
Oh. Ooh, her autos are pretty.
Incense ascends, entwined with ethereal clouds.
Oh, I can't look at her. Damn. Well, dude, she's cute. I love it. I love her design also. It is very nice.
According to Lieutenant Yenqing's report, he stumbled upon a few suspicious Foxians at Stargazer Navalia. After following them, he discovered that they were actually Borisin in disguise. This is one of the
Looking at him now, it's...
My alchemists detected some complex ingredients in his remains, which might explain how these Borisin were able to disguise themselves as Fox. Simply put, Foxians and Borisin share a common ancestry. Although they look completely different now, there isn't much genetic difference between them. This medicine allows Borisin to temporarily change their shape into that.
So, in other words, if they stop taking the medicine, their true form will soon...
Indeed. This means that these Borisin have a steady supply of the medicine. The disciples of Sanctus Medicus. Looks like the Alchemy Commission is involved once again. When I was sorting through the prescriptions they used, I came across one called Semblance Reversion Essence. It's designed to help those disciples suppress signs of their Mara-struck forms and maintain their normal appearance. When I compared it to the medicine found in the Borisin's body,
They're one and the same.
the medicinal properties and ingredients may differ, but the principle remains the same.
Since ancient times, the Borisin have always sought to have more powerful bodies, regarding the Foxians as weaklings.
Huh.
Yet, in order to save their warhead, they were willing to disguise themselves as Foxians. Their determination is quite remarkable.
If these infiltrators rely on the medicine to maintain their disguise, then following this lead in our investigation seems prudent. Please follow me. Here we are. According to the judge, this area is not yet under control, so we should proceed cautiously. I've captured the nature of the medicine in my sensor. Incredible strength. The attacker shattered this warden's bones with...
Such brute strength is not something an ordinary Borisin possesses. This is likely the...
If I may be so bold to ask, is this Borisin...
I have lived a bit longer and engaged in a few more battles than you, Miss Lingshaw. To the Alliance, Borisin have always been the most formidable adversaries. And Hoolay is a monster feared even among his own. With his strength, Hoolay united numerous Borisin packs, forming a grand army of abominations of abundance. They constantly pushed the Alliance's armies into perilous positions. Over 7 centuries ago, I followed my mentor on a campaign against the abominations. And I personally witnessed the devastation on the battlefield after Hoolay appeared.
It was just constant
Even with
destruction.
medicinal pellets that suppress the fear caused by his lupitoxin, countless Cloud Knights succumbed to panic in the face of his murderous aura. They couldn't even raise a hand in resistance. If the former sword champion hadn't immobilized Hoolay with her Frostblade, the outcome of that fateful battle could have been very. By the end of the battle, only a few of us remained. The crimson moon cast the sheen of blood on all. Everything I saw was painted dark red.
Jesus.
If that's the case, why wasn't the beast executed instead of being imprisoned? On the Xianzhou Jumi, the judges cast those unforgivable and nearly immortal abominations of abundance into the eternal flames of the stars. Reducing them, their so-called immortality, is just a facade. I mean, nothing can truly defy death, can it? I just don't understand why the Lawfu kept this tumor for so long, leading to the terror. But I guess I understand. The people of the Lawfu are known for their kindness. Even when faced with the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, they couldn't bring themselves to cut it out. Instead, they exiled the healer, who tried to solve the problem, to the Xianzhou Jumi.
I understand if you hold grudges against me, Miss Lingshaw. I take the blame for the resurgence of the disciples of Sanctus Medicus. As for why Hoolay was only in prison, I can shed...
I'm just a healer. I'm not familiar with the past. I'd appreciate.
All right. Let me tell you.
Yeah. Because he won't die.
It's better to make no move. I'm honored, but since you're already here, why not have a meal before the meal?
We have the upper hand. May the foul stench be of your body and mine.
Step up!
I don't know, like, Steve is good with Lingsha.
How about letting the enemy strike first? More seasoned. I'm honored, but since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Enemy data's net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Oh, this is... this feels like a team of debuffers and supports.
Ready for another? Time to cleanse the filth.
In the mood for another beating?
It's better to make no move. A little more heat.
The bunnies. Wait, what achievement did I get? Oh, she's got a... Dude, her phone is so cute. What the fuck? Let me see if I can change the lineup. I'm not sure who I want on this team.
Did this Cloud Knight also take the medicine?
No. This is a Borisin in disguise. A guard killed him before he could return to his original...
All these Borisin are dressed in official attire. Besides the Cloud Knight, there were also 2 Borisin disguised as members of the Skyfang. Whoever is providing them with official identities must hold the position of power. Let's search elsewhere.
Huh. I wonder who could it be? No, I actually don't know who it is. And I can't wait.
Someone bit open his arteries and drained almost all of his blood while he was still alive. Such a cruel and...
Despite being a long-lived species, Borisin are actually more like predatory beasts that must feed on raw blood and flesh. I've heard that Hoolay was deprived of food and water in the ship. It's hard to imagine how he managed to suppress his hunger for over 7 centuries. Will the hostage from the Yaoqing be able to avoid...
Such is the terrible nature of the abominations of abundance. We subjected him to the Forest of Swords to drain his life force. But in the end, his punishment turned into a test of hour, just like you said, Miss Lingsha. Casting a creature that can't be killed into a star would be a way to permanently get rid of it.
The Foxians didn't agree to that.
Exactly. The atrocities committed by Hoolay went beyond mere massacres. Throughout numerous wars, we made every effort to eradicate the Borisin. But Hoolay, with his mysterious sorcery, turned countless Foxians into his pawns. And so the Borisin kept returning. The Foxians curse his name day and night, and they even use it to scare children into staying quiet. How could they grant a swift death to such... I wonder if you know why Hoolay wasn't taken into custody by the Foxian majority Xianzhou Yaoqing. but instead imprisoned in the Cienjo.
As you mentioned, your mentor was an exceptional warrior and was the one who defeated Hoolay, an extraordinary achievement. Therefore, the Marshal placed this feral beast under the jurisdiction of the Cienjo.
It seems you have a major misunderstanding about this arrangement, Miss Lingshaw.
Yes, please tell for the class. Tell. Give us the tea. Give us the tea. Whee!
Incense ascends, entwined with it. Let the show begin. Let the show begin.
Yeah, just follow me, big boy.
For the theater of the mediocre.
Fire the laser.
Stay back, Clara.
May song bring us victory. Resonate all together. May the foul stench dissipate quickly of your body and mind. The truth burns everything in this world is bleeding.
The bunnies.
Defense?
I'm not afraid of
Eliminating threat.
Allow me to purge the root. I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Sora.
Mission command.
May the foul stench dissipate. Time to cleanse the filth.
I'm asking questions. The test. Mission command. Stay back, Clara. SAS Perkibi. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Listen to the final song. I need to be brave. Allow me to purge thee of your body and mind. You're a stubborn one. The truth burns everything in this world. It's bleeding. Tonight, stars echo.
All right, time to.
Yeah.
Your answers? Answer me. 0 points.
I'm not afraid of you.
Eliminating threat.
I hope I helped.
Yan Qing told me that an IPC ship was attacked by Borison. Is this what they were transmitting?
Yes. The Artisanship Commission and Alchemy Commission conducted a joint examination and found that the parts of this machine are made from specially refined Borison bio. I heard the Intelligentsia Guild has been researching the biological properties of long-life species, hoping to make medical or combat-related discoveries. However, they haven't dared to cross any lines due to their so-called relationship with the Alliance.
Perhaps to those scholars, Borison are no different from lab animals. Maybe the Borison attacked that.
No. If it were only about revenge, they could just wreck the ship and destroy all the cargo. Instead of allowing it to end up in the it was a deliberate display to showcase the dangerous nature of the cargo in broad daylight. This way, the cargo would end up in the shackling prison, serving as a tool for the prison break.
Oh, clever.
This skill in exploiting the blind spots of others' mindsets is so atypical of them. I'm afraid the IPC and the Intelligent...
Watch out! This thing... Even after suffering such severe attacks?
Their imitation of long-life species has crossed the line. May the foul stench dissipate. Time to cleanse the filth. I need to be brave. I want to protect everyone. Tell me, Mr. Sora.
If it can still move, it means it wasn't damaged enough. Let's make sure it never moves again.
Burns clear, everything in this world is bleeding.
Bunnies.
Asking questions. Answer me. SAS knowledge, the measure of truth.
Have a giant
and
call.
falsehood.
May song bring us
0 points.
night. Stars echo. Welcome to. I'm not afraid of you.
Annihilate. Fail.
You haven't answered my question about why Hoolay was imprisoned in the Lafu instead of the Yao Qing, General. You've been reserved in your response. Could it be that such an arrangement wasn't
The reason why the Marshal didn't leave Hoolay on the Yao Qing lies in the very mech in front of us.
Are you suggesting that there are people trying to understand Hoolay's secrets and use them for their own purposes? Just like... Well, I understand. I've heard that the Foxians on the Yao Qing share a bloodline with the Borisin. And just like the Borisin, some of the Foxians there experience an uncontrollable insanity called moon rage. The Marshal believed that this would be inhumane and no different from what the Borisin did. So...
Exactly. While Borisin see moon rage as a blessing that unlocks their true potential, Foxians see it as an inevitable curse within their bloodline. Countless healers of the Yao Qing have attempted to unravel this mystery, but to no avail.
Just moon!
Why can Borisin control the power of moon rage? Can we Foxians break free from this curse? These questions, each questioner had good intentions. But the road to catastrophe is paved with good intention. To the Foxians of the Yao Qing, Hoolay was not only the warhead of the Borisin, but also a monster that could be the subject of much research. Hoolay thus became a poison that corrupted people's minds without their knowledge.
that's why the Marshal decided to imprison Hoolay and the Lafu. It wasn't an honor, but rather a warning.
Because such selfish pursuits in the name of good intentions once led to a tragedy on the Lafu that served as a warning to future.
This edition of Imbibitor Lunae. By imprisoning Hoolay and the Xianzhou Lafu, the Marshal both suppressed the dangerous intentions of the Yao Qing Foxians and warned the Xianzhou Lafu to refrain.
That was a necessary trade-off. The Xianzhou alliance is not solely about the Xianzhou natives. Only when all three races, Foxian, Vidyadhara, and Xianzhou natives, form an alliance, will there be a promising future for all.
Thank you for enlightening me. Was it for the same reason that you traded off my mentor to the Xianzhou Zhuming, only to stand idle and allow the resurgence of the disciples of...
You said that I couldn't bear to cut out the malignant tumor within the Alchemy Commission, but instead exiled the healer who tried to solve the problem to the Xian. But did your mentor tell you her good intentions led her to perform certain healing arts on Dun Hung, who had just finished his hatching rebirth, so that he would regain the memories of his past?
What did you just say?
She believed that restoring the High Elder's knowledge of his past life would allow the Vidyadhara to resume their duty as the guardians of the Ambrosial Arbor, quelling the strife within their clan and bringing everything back on the road. But just as I mentioned earlier, the road to catastrophe is always paved with good intentions. Since then, the 6 charioteers decided that the Alchemy Commission would no longer have a cauldron master.
If that's the case, I should thank you for
Quite the contrary. I should be the one
thanking me.
All I ever want is to have a clear conscience. However, can long-life species truly achieve that goal in their long-drawn lives? For example, you were implicated along with your mentor, and forced to leave. And now, with the complicated situation in the Alchemy Commission, the Alliance has spared me a lot of trouble by sending you to handle this?
Your eloquence is indeed impressive, the divine foresight. You won't even leave me any excuses to hold a grudge against you.
She's like, damn, I want to be mad, but I can't.
Let me make it clear. The Alliance sent me here to handle the business impartially, not to
It doesn't matter which side you choose, Miss Lingshaw. At the end of the day, both you and I stand on the side of the Alliance, don't we?
True. And this is where Hoolay was.
These Mara-struck soldiers don't appear to be escaped prisoners.
How can you tell?
These soldiers are fully armed. Obviously, they didn't hastily join the battle.
The messenger named Morza did say that there were two groups of attackers. The other attackers, aside from the Borison, could hide their tracks.
Hide their tracks?
Exactly. I've engaged with these attackers before, and they used Cloud Hymn magic to hide their presence. Without careful observation...
You once warned me to be cautious of the Vidyadhara Elder's influence within the Alchemy Commission. Could it be?
What's on your mind, Miss Lingshaw?
Well, it seems that someone provided the attackers with a map of the shackling prison. And considering the Vidyadhara's involvement in the prison's construction, it raises suspicion about their role. Additionally, the fact that the Borison need medicine to disguise themselves would suggest that there are still moles within the Alchemy Commission assisting them covertly. Moreover, forging official identities for the undercover Borison would require someone with significant authority, and the presence of assassins capable of using Cloud Hymn magic deepens my suspicion about the Preceptors. But why would the Vidyadhara collude with the Borison and aid in Hulay's escape?
They aim to spread chaos. They believe that only in chaos can they regain their former power. Since this edition of Imbibe de Lune, the once proud dragon race has been powerless, watching their influence wane. Being a native of the Luofu, Miss Lingshaw, I believe you understand.
However, I don't think the Preceptors are the true masterminds. If I'm not mistaken, the one behind all this treachery is the Lord Ravager, who exploited the weaknesses within the Luofu and instigated the disciples of Sanctus Medicus, ultimately leading to the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection.
Please remember, General, that everything I've mentioned is mere speculation. We need concrete evidence for a public trial. If you want to interrogate someone within the Vidyadhara's ranks, you'll need irrefutable proof.
So, what's your plan?
I'll send an invitation to the Preceptors.
An invitation?
The Preceptors have been inviting me for a personal meeting since my arrival on the Luofu. Now, I'll send them the remains of these Mara-struck soldiers and the route map I found in the prisoner's possession. Then, I'll ask them to meet me at Scale Gorge Waterscape. I'd like to hear their explanation.
Good idea. If I were to take action, it might alert the true mastermind. I trust you to handle this matter, Miss Lingshaw. The internal affairs of the Vidyadhara should remain under their jurisdiction.
Like, what is this Game of Thrones level of planning
Don't
shit?
worry if things won't go smoothly. Once the wolf hunt operation is over, the hidden truths will come to light.
I'm too dumb for this. I need to unga bunga. Like, just throw me at the problem. I'll kill it. I'll kill it.
The wolf hunt operation. I'm truly worried about the Yaoqing messenger who was taken hostage. Hoolay was starving in the shackling prison for centuries. I don't know if the messenger can survive in that. May Rainbow's blessing keep him safe.
Keep my hubby safe. Ciao, ciao.
As I said, I'm a healer. But my art of healing requires the culinary arts. The magic of my cauldron is its ability to make all kinds of medicines into dishes that patients can eat. When simmered and cooked together, any kind of medicinal
delicacy. But isn't that just one flavor over?
Well, you have a point. let me ask you this. If there's a fussy child who refuses to eat green peppers, what's the best way?
Stuff the kid's mouth with the green peppers and cook him alive in a pot.
What the fuck? Bro!
You have quite the sense of humor. I've heard that you, Borisin, have lost many of your taste buds during the self-modification process, so you can't experience complex flavors. Only the saltiness of blood and flesh truly awaken.
It's a shame I don't have any green peppers right now. Otherwise, I'd happily stuff them into your mouth and cook you.
I'm just kidding. The answer is quite simple. Chop up the peppers and mix them with minced meat to make meatballs. This way, the flavor of the meat overpowers the taste of the peppers. And even a fuss.
Can I just boil your tongue in this hot pot? I know you're trying to buy time, and you said that Jin Liu recently returned to the Luofu, right? Well, she did come back. But, unfortunately, I also found out that she committed serious crimes and was asked, do you really think you can delay our departure by provoking Lord Hoolay's desire for revenge with your... You see Borisin as savages who know nothing about the Xianzhou. But in fact, we know all about your tracking tricks. Like the jade abacus you're carrying, and the side cranes in the... The more hope you hold in your heart, the greater your pain will be when death comes. I wonder if you can maintain your composure when I tear your throat open.
I'll kill you if you touch him.
His composure is only a temporary effect of the medicine. And it will wear off soon, right?
Lord Hoolay.
Oh, you pathetic Foxians. For thousands of years, we were the ones who allowed you to live, and who granted you civilization. But in the end, you chose to betray us for the freedom promised by the Xian. But it's all right. As long as you catch the scent of your masters, you obediently return to us. No matter how far you...
Hoolay. Have you ever wondered why it took them 7 centuries to come to your realm? The Borisin's era has long passed. Did they ever tell you these harsh facts before giving you hope for returning home? Lord Hoolay, now they're being crushed by the Merlin's claw of the Yao Qing. By a Foxian. They're hiding in remote corners of the cosmos, trembling with fear like a wounded beast on its last legs.
Yeah, you tell
for
him.
Any fake hope of salvation.
The Merlin's claw of the Yao Qing. A Foxian? Very interesting. Tell me, Mock Talk.
He isn't lying. That lowly beast was a war slave who ran away from our pack. Cannon fodder, a thief. She stole our power and used her knowledge about us to fight us, using every dirty trick in...
And she bested you, Mock Talk. Fairness is but a pathetic excuse for the dead and defeated. Since our great pack has fallen apart, who told you that I was alive? And who said...
In our darkest hours, it was a prophet of the Master of Immortality, named Mongus, who showed us the way. Her guidance brought us hope.
So either this is someone who's an emanator of the abundance, or which could be Ting Yun, or it could be Fantilia pretending to be this person. So many possibilities.
This prophet, Mongus, What does...
The Prophet made this proclamation. The Borison have been divided for too long, and only your return can unite all the packs, restoring us to our former glory. That's when we learned that you were still alive. It must have been a manifestation of the Master of Immortality. And the Prophet told us that the Foxian General of the Yaoqing would take you to her ship during the Lafu's war dance, and that it would be our best chance to infiltrate and free you from your prison. And just as she said...
Even if you managed to set Hoolay free, you'd have no way to escape.
We've already prepared our ships, and the Prophet's...
Once the news about the prison break spreads, the Cloud Knights will close all the ports. You may think you've escaped the prison.
Let me kill this unruly, lowly beast, Lord Hoolay! Right now, everyone in the Lafu is distracted by the stupid war dance, so this will be the perfect chance to escape!
Perfect chance to return to my weak and shattered pack at the mercy of a ridiculous false prophet and become a mere puppet in her clutches. Her plan is full of flaws. The only paths she has prepared for you are escape. Listen up. A wolf never allows itself to become prey. From now on, you'll... Since you are so confident that the Cloud Knights will close the ports, Jiao Cho, I'm now giving you a chance to go and see it for yourself. Go to the...
Wait, what did you just...
But my lord!
Would an alpha wolf ever listen to a cub mock talk?
No, I've never heard anything like that. I wasn't trying to defy your will. I will always...
I'm offering you a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't you want to run away? You will come back. Because Foxians...
What the fuck?
I can't believe he actually let me go. What game is he playing? Perhaps I can try to warn the Cloud Knights. No. Just as I suspected. The Cloud Knights must have been aware of the situation inside the shackling prison. For now.
Bum, bum, bum. Let's see.
I'm sorry, but the realm... Hey, although we're short...
Aye.
Hey there. I noticed you'd been... Understood.
I'm afraid. I don't want to fuck it up.
Stop asking. I'm off duty. Can't you just stop asking? You're not one of us. But
The Warhead sent me here to check on the situation.
Not yet. There's no way for this tiny ship to escape from the Xianzhou. Only the starships at Stargazer Navalia can break through the Jade Gate. Moktok said there would be insiders to pick us up, but I haven't heard any.
The ports haven't been closed? What is going on? Stalin, someone is keeping an eye on me.
Would you like to board my Starskip? Well, my little star skiff can't accommodate that many. But I have a larger one that will arrive. We need to hurry wherever we're going. What? Are you joking? How can I...
I'm afraid to ask for help. I don't want anything to happen to my hubby.
You're back, Jout.
You were closely watching me, weren't you? And if I sought help from anyone, your people would kill them. Was that your plan?
Oh, exactly as you said. So, have the Cloud Knights closed the port?
No.
They don't want to publicize my escape. I understand. It's no surprise, for fear is more deadly than claws and fangs. Especially during a festive time like the war dance. What lurks here is not a group of fugitives, but rather a pack of wolves amidst the flock. My cubs are hungry, ready to feast on flesh and blood, reveling your calm facade will soon crumble. I can tear through it and expose your pathetic bones any time. There's no escape from, of course. You can try your luck and believe that your wits will save you. But remember, you're not the only hostage in this city. If you try anything funny, innocent people will die. Now, let's talk about the Foxian general you serve. Moktok says she's here for me, which means before the hunt begins, I need to know my opponent. You can refuse and play tough, or you can cooperate. Good. At least you didn't try to draw attention with a scream. That way no one will...
Fine. I'll tell you what you want to know about her. But I expect...
What makes you think you...
You can torture me until I talk. Or... let's save us both some time. Warhead. Here's the question that's been bothering me. How have you managed to survive and endure centuries of torture? Borisin aren't supposed to live that long. Or possess such regenerative ability.
So... is that why the Xianzhou Yaoqing wanted to take me away? Oh, to some, I'm a hostage. But to others, I hold the secret. I still remember. In the early years of my captivity, the Foxians came and went. They extracted my blood and marrow, trying to unravel the mystery of moon rage. They wanted to conquer their fear of the Borisin and free themselves from their bloodline. Unfortunately, they failed to uncover the secret. So, they resorted to the most brutal punishments they could have. Some seek power to destroy their enemies, while others seek power to become their enemies. Which one are you? Ah, I see. You're the most pitiful of them all, healer of the Yaoqing. You seek power to share it with others and do good. Well, then let me tell you the answer. In our ancient legends, Duran, the ancestor of the Borisin, was dissatisfied with his limited lifespan and power. He yearned to dominate the skies and become the master of all to achieve his goal. He sacrificed the lives of countless Borisin and Foxians, pouring them into the spring bestowed by the Master of Immortality. Through a form of genetic sorcery, the water gave birth to a miracle. The lunar embryo. Duran ascended the birthing bed and obtained what he desired. A heart in the shape of a deep red full moon. He cut open his chest and replaced his original heart with this crimson. Laugh all you want, but only I know the truth behind it. This moon heart beats within the body of every generation of the Borisin warhead. In the ritual that decides the new warhead, the successor cuts open the previous warhead's chest and consumes the divine heart, thus possessing it. Devouring is the true essence of life, allowing us to endure and thrive. It gathers the life essence of all the prey we consume, making us stronger and stronger.
So, basically it's a philosopher's stones that you could eat.
I thought all hope was lost after 7 centuries of torment. But now, this heart... All right. Now it's your turn to tell me everything.
Jiao Chou, I found you.
Yes, please rescue him.
I know I'm in no position to question your orders, but if I understand correctly, you already have intelligence.
That's right. My people are busy collecting clues now. What's the situation, Vods?
General, before we completely lost contact with Jiao Chou, I picked up a signal from his Jade Abacus. It won't take long before we locate their whereabouts.
If that's the case, shouldn't we immediately go there and join forces to eliminate the Borisin? Why are we
Looks like your general has only taught you swordplay, not the art of the hunt. There's an old saying among the Borisin. In the forest, the hunter may easily become the hunted. While we may call ourselves the hunters now, chasing them blindly will only make...
True.
Are you joking, General? He's just a wolf who's been imprisoned for 7 centuries. Even with his accomplices, they're no match for us numerous lawful cloudmates. How could he consider us his prey?
Bro, he's a pretty roided wolf.
Do not underestimate the enemy. Hoolay is not an ordinary Borisin that can be easily killed. The advantage in numbers means nothing when we face a vicious beast who hasn't tasted blood and flesh in 7 centuries, is now lurking on the streets of the Luofu right before the war dance. This is what makes the situation treacherous and...
To him, The lives of ordinary people are just meat, ready to be
Exactly. That is why we must succeed in our first strike, or the situation will spiral. You've heard of this military tactic, right? When you surround your enemy, leave one side open for them to escape. A skilled hunter must be well prepared, waiting for the prey at the most advantageous position. What would we do if we were the escapees from the shackling prison? While we can disguise ourselves and blend in with the crowd.
A star skiff to get us out of the LaFu. The Borison we discovered at Stargazer Navalia were actually preparing a vessel.
We predict their next move, and we take... Let's start from where you found those Borison and corner our prey.
Dun dun dun.
Stream forth, the gleam of old blades.
Like, I don't feel like dealing with you. Get out
This
of
is where
here.
we ran into the Borison last time.
Because I blocked all the relevant news to make it seem as if nothing had happened. Losing contact with their accomplices preparing the star skiff will surely put them on guard. However, the more well-prepared a plan is, the longer it takes to adjust when it's disrupted. If any Borison wants to stick to the original plan despite the risks, they'll surely come back to Star.
Are you suggesting that there are Borison here at Star?
This is an automated area. So don't you think that there are a bit too many people here? First, look at those two Skyfaring Commission staff members. They've been observing. Then there's a Cloud Knight soldier over there. Perhaps he's here for patrol, but each patrol team must consist of 2 members. And obviously, he is not. Lastly, there's that craftsman wearing Artisanship Commission clothing. He's unusually focused. If you have a target in mind, let's go investigate.
Hey, you there! Please refrain from wandering around Stargate. I'm an official staff member assigned to
A peculiar issue.
Yeah, we've had some unscheduled star skiffs being constructed at this dock in Stargazer Navalia. This is just weird. I thought all the pending star skiffs from before the war dance. I'm sorry, but I need to focus on my...
Who are you? Don't you know that...
Hey, chill out. They're just a few...
But Stargazer Navalia is the shipbuilding port of the Cienjo LaFu. If the Skyfaring Commission called for a lockdown, there should be...
Official documents? Of course there are. The Cloud Knights are aware that some people have infiltrated...
That makes perfect sense. So you're now investigating...
Yeah, we've received orders from the higher-ups, so...
Lieutenant Yen...
You're aware of the Borison prison break.
Yeah, I've received the news, and I'll be on...
Looks like you've been keeping an eye on the Sky Splitter. Have you noticed?
No, everything is normal on the ship. Nothing out of the ordinary.
This is not a location for a Cloud Knight on guard.
Well, this spot offers a great view. Are you here to keep an...
Yes.
You've been observing the Sky Splitter for...
Honestly, just watching the ship from here isn't too thrilling. I wish I could go on board and witness Lieutenant Yenqing. Speaking of which, Lieutenant Yenqing, aren't you supposed to be on the...
Thank you for your concern.
So, it seems that some Borison have returned to Stargazer Navalia in disguise.
That's my suspicion as well.
Remember when I mentioned that the Cloud Knights blocked all relevant news to make it seem as if nothing happened?
But on the contrary, those staff members use Stargazer Navalia as on lockdown as an excuse to persuade us.
Their flimsy disguise has been exposed. Even if they try to hide, there's no way
Yeah, let's kick their ass.
Still here. As I said...
No. I never issued...
Who are you?
Perhaps you haven't met me on the battlefield, but I am certain you've heard my name. Now, I'm asking you a question, so answer me. Tell me, how many more of your comrades are here? Where were you planning...
This woman, She's the general of the Yaoqing. What are you still...
It's better to make no move. A little more heat. I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you move?
Not good.
I weep for the departed.
You lay off her. Perish.
You shall fall.
Run! Tell Lord Moktok about this!
There's no way you should be alive. She's like,
Why
Because I need answers.
You were our war slave, so you should know us descendants of Duran. You want me to talk? Fine. Try whatever you want, but I assure you.
If I were to do that, I wouldn't be any different from you. I am the arrow that pierces the wolf's heart. I grant you a swift death.
That's exactly what I desire. Wolves that leave the pack are prepared for the fate of... But sadly, you didn't catch my partner. He will alert them.
Before you close your eyes, you should know that I allowed him to escape. Because he will lead the Cloud Knights to Hoolay's hideout.
Get out, play.
Is this how you leave one side open? You let that Borison escape so you can...
This is the most common hunting tactic used by Borison. I know the methods of these abominations all too well. They always leave an escape route for their prey, allowing them to flee in fear. Then, they chase them like it's a game.
Have you witnessed these things firsthand? That guy called you a war slave. What did...
Well, just a hazy past that I can barely recollect. Long ago, I was one of them. Not all Foxians are lucky enough to be born on a Xianzhou ship. I grew up in one of the worlds where Borison roam, known as the Fallen Territories by the people. To the Wolf Masters, Foxians are nothing but property. Cannon fodder used to slow down the Xianzhou attacks.
But you survived. And not only that, you became the general of the Yao.
Speaking of stories, you've reminded me that now is not the time for them. Wadza, we've sent the warning from Stargazer Navalia. What's the situation?
I found them. Zhao Cho is trying to stall Hoolay, and he signaled me to not reveal.
Trust his judgment and keep watching. We'll be right there.
I believe the warning we sent will stop Hoolay from attacking Stargazer Navalia. What will he do next?
The hunt is not over yet. Stay safe, Zhao Cho.
The Exalting Sanctum.
Please, save.
I want to live. Doctor!
Zhao Cho, find a medical ingenium and give that kid a shot!
I see. How's the front line?
The Borison beast ships have already landed on the Fenghu. It won't be long before this place is...
What about General Yueyu? Any news from her? I'm her healer. I should stay by her side.
She asked me to tell you that she's not coming back. She must protect the Cloud Pier telescope. General asks you to save that kid. The girl fought desperately just to bring us all back here. I've never seen such a brutal fighting style. Her body, it's like she was split open.
Her blood pressure is dropping.
Loud and clear. Get me some tumble dust. We've got to start the operation. I will bring her back.
Is that why you're so determined to learn my secrets? Do you hear me, Zhao Cho?
I do.
Loud and...
So she saved you all in that great battle on the Xiangzhou Fenghu 3 decades ago. But to your surprise, you discovered her Borisin bloodline while she was a deaf... Moktok told me that she was a war slave who escaped from the Eclipse Pack. Oh, what a twist of fate. Turns out, she's from the same clan.
Now I understand. No wonder she displayed such astounding power, determination, and cruelty in battle. Turns out it's all because of her Borisin bloodline. Mutt. Despicable mutt.
Why am I getting like Harry Potter vibes of like muggles and mudbloods?
And she used the gift of her bloodline to destroy the Moon Rage. A blessing for wolves. And a curse for foxes. For Borisin, to have their bodies torn apart by Moon Rage and transform into a beast is the ultimate joy. But for you Foxians with poor regenerative abilities, it means certain... with the burning fury in her heart, that Foxian general will eventually lose her sanity and indulge in endless bloodshed. The scars on her body will not be caused by enemy weapons, but by the immense power she can't withstand. One day, she will be torn apart and die and in return for saving her life, you intend to give everything to solve this.
Hoolay. Do you know the saddest thing about being a healer? All this time, I've devoted my life to bringing back those who sacrificed their lives to monsters like you.
Oh.
I exhausted myself, and my hands trembled. But I believed everything I did was meaningful. But once again, they rushed into battle. And then I heard of their deaths. They died under your claws, in your jaws, amidst the flames of crashing star skiffs, and under the Lux arrow of rainbow. Like a useless idiot, I saved a fish named Life out of the cauldron called Death, only to watch it struggle, dive back into the boiling. So I asked myself, why were they so eager to run toward their death after they had recovered from their wounds? Why wouldn't they value their hard-won life? All the doubts left.
I can smell your desperation. All the way down to your bone.
Eventually, I realized that their deaths held value. They placed the weight of their sacrifice on the living, granting us strength. With a coin forged by their deaths, they exchanged something. Everything I'm doing now, following you so closely, is just for one reason. Witnessing your death with my own two eyes. Even your death has value. It will pave the way for a peaceful war dance and a fully cured Fei Shao.
The thoughts in your pathetic head are hardly surprising.
Did you already know this?
Yes, I did. As Borisin, we understand the value of death more than anyone. And as a healer who has witnessed so much death, you won't be swayed by... what a shame, what a shame. Your story actually sparked a trace of respect for you in my heart.
Can you even feel respect? With your corrupt...
Of course. Because I caught a whiff of my own kind in you. Unfortunately, in the end, you're still just a weak fox, as the wolf's creed goes. Gift the wolf a dead end, where new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate, where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal pride. That's why I'm keeping you alive for now. I want to show you how Borisin truly respect their enemy. We will consume your flesh and blood, nourishing our own. We will crush your hopes and dreams, clearing a path for our hunt. Your feeble souls will witness a new future. A future that belongs to me.
I really like Hoolay's voice actor. He is doing
My
a
lord,
phenomenal job.
We received a message. Our arrangement at Stargazer Navalia has been discovered. We must act.
That doesn't surprise me. Moktok, what's that noise?
It's the Sky Splitter. The ship that the Wardens will be held on is about to set off. The Skyfaring Commission will clear the air routes. And if our star skiffs try to...
Calm down, Moktok. Look at you now, hiding and fearful. Where is your Borisin dignity?
As I said, I'd sacrifice my dignity for your return. As long...
Hope? The Borisin have forgotten the wolf's creed. Weak creatures put their hope in the strong, but the strong fight. Bringing me back instead of choosing a new master only proves the decline of our pack. And as for the prophet who manipulated you into saving me, she's just a liar, trying to use Duran's off. Moktok, let me tell you how the Borisin will rise to power. We won't hide like rats in the streets of the Xiangzhou. We will be ravenous wolves, walking amongst a herd of lambs with our fangs bared.
But Great Warhead, our packs are not here.
Our packs are not here. Wherever I go, everyone is the pack.
Stay away. Just don't come any closer. No!
Oh my. What?
Moktok, we're the apex predators at the top of the hierarchy. As wolves, we create fear. We don't become servants to it. If you're blind to the path, I will be the crimson moon that lights the way for you. Share my crimson blood with our brethren. Use it to infect those Foxians and strike fear into their heart. Now, you devious monkey, come out and face me.
Chow Chow.
Moza. Run.
No, he can't run, and neither can you. You've come at the right time, monkey of the Yao Qing.
Oh, Lord.
Tell your general.
Is Hoolay gonna have the Frieza and the Ghetto allegations? Calling people monkeys?
Tell her that I will unleash a massacre here, drowning the Xiangzhou La Fu in blood. From this moment on, Wolves bearing my blood will hunt on every street, feasting on the followers of that devilish archer. Follow me, my cubs. We shall stride among the prey. Give the wolf a dead end when new paths arise. Raise him to a doomed fate where satiation lies. The cowards in forgotten corners meet their unworthy demise. Yet the valorous in brutal battles embrace their eternal pride. Do you hear that? The rumble of the cannons. It brings back all the memories of past battles within. My return will bring back the Wolf's Creed. In my own way, I shall save our weakened pack and restore it to its former.
Oh, man. War dance is about to commence. Da-na-na.
The Sky Splitter's gun salute is really loud. So this is what the war dance is actually like? I feel like my ear...
Well, how could they expect to attract people to come and watch if they didn't make a huge spectacle? March, you haven't forgotten what you came to do, have you?
As a representative of the Xianzhou Law...
That's the spirit. Sounds like you're
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah.
fired up. As the saying goes, the disciple takes the toil of their master. Remember, you are here under the identity of a Lawfu Swordmaster, taking the place of your no-good Master Yenqing as the ringmaster.
But what am I supposed to do if my opponent for this round is super talented and just wipes the floor with me in seconds? I'm still a beginner in swordplay. I don't know where I got the
Come on, there's no need to worry about that. If you are defeated, then your opponent shall have to answer to me. Although, if that happens, the honor and the glory of the Xianzhou Lawfu shall all be taken by the Juming.
Master Yuli, please, I'm about to compete. Can you say something that will...
March, think about the great storms that you, nameless of the Express, have weathered along your many journeys. There's no doubt that you have faced far more terrifying enemies than your opponents here today. Right?
True. We have.
Don't you feel a lot more relaxed looking at it that way?
I've trained hard in the art of swordplay over these few days. It's time for me... Master Yunli, I don't think I'm completely ready.
March, there is no such thing as completely ready.
Which is fair. There really isn't. You prepare as the best you can.
Miss March, this way, please.
Divine sword descent.
I was informed of your arrival by Madame Yukong and came to greet you The news that you will be the ringmaster in place of Lieutenant Yanqing has been made public, Miss March. Just now, as I passed the contestants' hall, I overheard them all discussing this news. The most common question I heard was, who is March 7th? If they ask you this, how will you
Losers are...
March 7th, a young beauty from...
All right. When people ask you, you might as well tell them this.
I see you are both quite relaxed. Impressive! Given me a minute to... Miss Yunli's contestant information was registered for the war dance a long time ago. However, as a last-minute entry, the Skyfaring Commission has taken care of the necessary procedures.
Yay!
Please, follow this.
Thank you, Miss Shikwe.
Come, let's take a look around the contestant hall.
Let me see. I think March 7th is good with Dr. Ratio. Let's just put Robin and Hua Hua. No.
war dance begins, allow me to... My grandfather always told me that a weapon mimics its master. That means that a person's weapon will reflect
why
their
you slap me?
habits and personality.
You so weird, and then you spit on me. How
Wielded
could you?
metal before, haven't you? Tell me, what did you observe?
Master Yun Li's old metal is taller than a person. Being able to wield a weapon like that must mean that you have ridiculous...
Observing the weapon that your opponent uses, assessing what kind of battle skills they excel at, and where their weaknesses lie.
Do I really love
is
it?
the key to victory in battle. A shockingly heavy sword like mine, for example, is obviously not suited for a long, drawn-out battle. So, it would be best to find a way...
Why would you tell...
That's the only way to ensure that we have a fair fight, don't you think? I don't want to... Now is a perfect opportunity to learn how to evaluate your opponents. Let's use the people here in the contestants hall to practice. If you know
myself and know the enemy.
Not the stab.
Ugh. I am not used to wearing clothes like this at all. Oh, you're March 7th. The stand-in for Lieutenant Yunqing, correct?
That's right. And you are?
As you can see, I am the journalist entrusted with interviewing contestants on site.
I see the Skyfaring Commission has really gone all out as the host.
That's right. A big event like this just can't go ahead without a few of us running around. Since the competition... Oh, first, the question that is on everyone's mind.
Murder.
Lieutenant Yan
Thank you for the lurk, Allie. Appreciate it.
This is just gossip from unreliable sources. My apologies. This was very unprofessional of me. I see that Lieutenant Yunqing has his own affairs to tend to. Then, let us look forward. Once the war dance begins, you will be challenged by master swordsmen from many different worlds, Miss March 7th. May I ask who that might be? The talented swordswoman from the Xianzhou Juming, Miss Yun Li. Thank you very much for accepting.
Because I wasn't sure who else was going to be there, so I'm like, you know what? Just play it safe. Play it safe.
Wonder how much mung bean soda we can buy with this.
He's a dual wielder.
I came here because I wanted to meet the great Lieutenant Yunqing I've heard so much about, and finally cross blades with. Who would have imagined that he would take a disciple and have her be the ringmaster in his place? This is no more than running away from a fight, and is a great dishonor to the Yaut. This last-minute replacement.
If I'd known I could use multiple weapons at once...
Hello, miss. Are you here to take part?
That's right. I'm the March 7th...
What? You're...
Don't worry. I'm a newbie swordmaster who's...
March 7th. Standing before you is a seasoned Cloud Knight who has practiced swordsman.
Tricking the opponent into underestimating me is a valid tactic too.
Yes. Like, oh, I'm just a newbie. Take it easy on me. Like.
Yes. Yeah, this is just a regular Cloud. Oh, I understand what's going on, Miss March 7th and Miss Yun Li. Nothing out of the ordinary. I guess you could say it's all fair winds and calm wolves. Another awkward pause. I know it. Did you get it? Wolves sounds like waves.
He's actually explaining his joke.
Making things awkward really is my weakness.
There are still many guests around.
Understood.
I like him.
First round of the war dance is...
Me? I'm fine. As soon as I saw the... Looking at these contestants, I understand why you wanted me to know myself.
So, Do you want to go out and see? I knew it! Let
Yeah.
That's enough knowing the enemy for now. You're even asking. Well, looks like that's enough knowing the enemy for.
I wanted to talk to the wolf, the little doggy. The doggy, it's so cute. Who doesn't love dogs? Oh, pull the lever, crunk. Wrong lever. Ooh. Yo, this place looks sick.
If we walk through here, we'll be able to see the War Dance's official venue.
Glorious.
Wow, so this is what it's like from the spectator? Look over there. That's the ring we'll be. Master Yun Li? Well, it's too late for nerves now. It's almost time for. As soon as I think about the mission General Hyan gave me, it's when it stops speeding that we need to worry. I have to leave for a moment and do some inspections around the ship. I wonder how Master Yan Qing is. Hey!
General, report! The teams are in position, and the Skyfaring Commission has taken control of the Starskip.
Activate all side cranes and have them scan everyone coming in and out of the pool. Remain vigilant at all times. Any suspicious movements must be suppressed as quickly as possible before the situation gets...
Yes, General!
But what about my hubby?
You two, follow me. What's signals nearby, but we lost contact just a moment ago.
Could that mean...
He will be fine. Cloud Knights, search for the target.
All of you, get out of my...
Wait. Don't go any closer.
General, I failed you. That mad dog left...
A declaration of war.
That's right. I've been holding back the urge to slit his throat all this time. Well, Lord Hoolay ordered us to remain here. If you, the great Merlin's Claw, mortal enemy of the Borisin, are able to join him in a little hunting game.
Hunting is not a game. It is a battle of life and death. Are you ready for your death, abomination?
Yeah!
It's better to make no move.
Save your breath!
Enemy data secure network activated. Time for a good old counterattack!
Kinda wish we could use her.
How familiar.
Commencing support.
How's this taste?
Don't worry, it's just a scrape. Desperate for oblivion. I wait for the target.
Perish. I think I won!
Vods,
I wasn't able to save Jiao Chou. Hoolay was more cunning and...
Tell me, how is he planning to declare this war against me? With a one-on-one duel? Or with a hot...
Hoolay is planning on attacking the bustling streets of the Xianzhou law for...
What did you just say?
Impossible. Even if there are still undercover Borisin that we haven't sniffed out, Hoolay can't have more than a few dozen people. How is he planning on
He has an ace up his sleeve. Hoolay's body holds a plague mark passed down through generations of Borisin. I've seen him convert a Foxy into a Borisin wolf trooper. This is Hoolay's declaration of war. His blood. It can cause Foxians to rapidly transform and lose their minds. He has passed his blood to his...
He wants to encircle us in one fell swoop.
Contact the Skyfaring Commission and the Cloud Knights right away. Have them enforce.
The moment you see your enemy's declaration of war, it means that they have.
But if Hoolay succeeds...
Do you remember what I told you before? Hunting is about thinking the same way as your prey, not just What Hoolay wants is to see everyone on the Lawfu descend into panic. He wants to see us lose our minds and waste our limited manpower scouring every inch of the Lawfu for signs of an attack. It's like that party game that the people of the Yaoqing love to play. They hide an object under one of several bowls, then move the bowls around and have you guess. The way I see it, this is all nothing more than... No matter what Hoolay does, there is one truth that cannot be changed. He is trapped aboard the Xianzhou Lawfu.
Damn, Fei Xiao, so
The
smart.
only way for him.
Right now, the only ship he'd be able to see is the Sky Split.
In his eyes, that ship is full of countless hostages. That would be the best place for him to go. So?
But if we're wrong about this, if he goes somewhere else, or if he does as he said he would, and his minions infect the... Are we just supposed to abandon those less likely locations?
This is another lesson that you must learn outside of swordplay. Weighing your options and making a decision. There are always questions that we will ask ourselves, but never. Before making a decision, we must destroy any hesitation that we are holding on to. Once we make, there is a chance that we will make the wrong decision and allow our allies to be sacrificed in vain. There is a chance that we will predict our enemies' movements correctly, yet underestimate their strength and be overwhelmed in battle. But being lost in hesitation and failing to take any action will always be more harmful than taking the wrong path. We must. Everyone, listen up. I will personally take charge of Starskiff Haven, evacuate the people, and prepare for any possible attacks. I will do my best to ensure that things are safe. Nameless, please lend us your strength as you did when the Ambrosial Arbor was reborn. I need you and Vods to go in search of Zhao.
General, please entrust me with the safety of the Sky Splitter. I was originally meant to participate in the tournament, so now it is only right that I return.
If Hoolay does come to attack the Sky Splitter, Lieutenant Yanqing, I need you to hold him there until I am...
Please rest assured, General. If he dares step foot on the Sky Splitter, I, Yanqing, swear on the blade...
Cloud Knight set off very sagaciously, began to Fuck, I can't read that fast, damn it. At least not aloud.
The Borisin have arrogantly decided to challenge us on Xianzhou territory. They vow that they will unleash a bloodbath along the streets of the Xianzhou. The unarmed civilians of the Xianzhou and countless visitors from afar are under our protection. Let me ask you, as Cloud Knights, will we allow the Borisin to succeed with their plan? Be on your guard.
Yeah. Let's fuck him up.
Calling Starskiff Haven. Have all Cloud Knights be on full alert for Borisin attack.
Fei Xiao, the ports of Starskiff Haven are crawling with wolf-like creatures. They're moving fast.
Hold them back. I will be there immediately.
Ooh, do I get to play Fei Xiao? Eat the boat. Oh. Oh, Yukong.
There you are, Fei Xiao.
Madam Yukong. After 30 years, we find ourselves fighting side by side once more. It's been a while since I've let loose. Let's get this started.
Remember, you are still on the Lawfu. Try not to go too wild.
All together!
More seasoned.
I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Never hesitate! Enemy data signet markers activated. Time for a good old
I probably should have,
Fangs and claws got dull. I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Ooh. It's so pretty. I actually forget which one's the one that does most damage with when they're broken or not.
The fearless knows not fear.
It's nothing.
Enemy data signet markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Show me what you can do. I'll give you 5 seconds.
Nice.
Enemy targets detected.
I venture forth to hunt. Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Boom.
Fangs and claws got dull. Never hesitate!
Ready for another?
I won't do.
Enemy data signet markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
The fearless knows not fear. Too slow. Leave it to you.
I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have
I was a little worried about that. I can't.
Commencing support.
More seasoning. Wherever crowds gather, there is always an undercurrent beneath the surface.
Let's...
I'll leave the enemies behind us to you then, Mr. Gallagher.
There we go. Foxians with the bird.
Let's save some time. We have cleared out the enemies in Starskiff Haven.
But it seems that there are fierce battles being waged at both the Exalting Sanctum and Arum Alley. I will prepare a Starskiff.
We cannot allow the fighting to continue. This is now a race against time to stop this farce that Hoolay. I know Jiao Cho always wants me to know my limits and not get carried away, but now is the time to bring this to a swift end. Contact the Exalting Sanctum. Tell them if they see a light in the sky, all units are to retreat immediately.
Ooh,
Madam
where's she?
Yukong, lend me your bow.
Oh shit, she's gonna go Quincy mode? Oh yes. Oh. Jesus.
What's that? Everyone, out of the way!
Perish. Oh no. Sometime there. Bro, that was so fast. How did he expect me to read that?
Oh, what a mess. I just knew it would end up this way. Every time she hits the battlefield, she makes a mess like she didn't even leave a single survivor to get intel from. One of these men must have known about who... That was one of Fei Xiao's arrows. Who knows what she used as an arrow to fire all the way over here? I wouldn't say always, but often would be fair. As soon as the heat of battle gets to her, she sees every place as a battlefield where she take a good look around. If you can find one or two I don't care how tight their lips are sealed. I always have a way to...
Ooh.
What a terrifying attack. Who could have imagined that such astonishing strength would lie in the hands of a Foxian war? So decisive. So brutal. She is more like a descendant of Duran than we who have fallen to our current state. No wonder the warhead has his eyes on.
Huh.
I remember you, Mock Talk. You are harder to kill than a cockroach, but the fact that you have willingly shown yourself saves us some time. It is not too late for you to surrender. Tell me, where are Hoolay and Jiao Cho?
Save your energy, Yao Qing monkey. If there is one principle that
Not
we
the monkey
be so
allegations.
well, it is that we might have to break off an arm. I lived as a hunter for many years. Yet I have only followed the warhead for this recent, brief period. However, his existence has brought light back to our once blind eyes. Like the moon of Verdantia. The descendants of Duran have abandoned the Wolf's Creed. In order to ensure our survival, we took solace in the shadows and fed on one another. Thanks to the gift granted to us by Lord Hoolay, I have shared his vision and his blood. The descendants of Duran should live for the victory of the pack, and they should come. Yao Qing man, show me your fangs. We will fight to the death.
How honorable, you mangy dog.
He fucking did he spit? Wait.
How honorable.
He did.
You seem to have misunderstood. There will be no fair one-on-one duel. Let's see how tough you are once we've put you...
Yeah!
It's better to make no move.
It boils in my veins.
Since you're already here, why not have a long?
The Morrison resurgence is at hand!
My weak side.
Morrison resurgence? You think you can still pillage and murder freely as you fight?
Think a strength like this will send me running?
Little counterattack. Ready for another?
Step up, let's see ya. How's this taste?
Thank you for your
Free will
generosity.
or was destined for oblivion.
I must hold on.
Enemy targets detected.
Time to mix things up.
Don't worry, it's just a scrape.
Little more heat.
I
Perish.
wait for the departed. It too shall fall.
Morrison resurgence shall come.
Yeah. Miles 10 this.
No matter how heroic your sacrifice.
Yeah, 10.
There is no honor in your battles or deaths, Borisin.
It seems that Moktok got what he wished for.
Hoolay, your declaration of war is over. From now on, no matter where you run, General Fei Shao will catch you and send you to the same fate as Moktok.
Your tongue is sharper than your claws. Don't stand in my way, child. Have your general speak with me. Our little hunting game is not over yet.
Stand down, Wadza. I am here, Hoolay. What do you wish to say?
The Merlin's Claw. Though we have never met on the battlefield, I have heard many interesting things about you from both my men and Jordan. The people of the Xianzhou must be quite brave to allow a Foxian war slave with Borisin blood to ascend to the position of... Has no one ever questioned that lineage of yours? Or could it be that your grand achievements were enough to convince...
Claiming to have family ties with the enemy sounds to me like an attempt at asking for mercy. Hoolay, are you begging me for mercy?
I see that it is not only the ruthless blood of a wolf that courses through your veins, but also the cunning blood of a When you think about it, this was a gift from the Borisin. Anything that we gift, we are also free to rig the Merlin's Claw. I shall extend a final invitation to you. I will be waiting for you on the skies before you arrive. I will slaughter all in sight, allowing the crimson moon that has fallen dim for over 700 years to once more come to life. I will illuminate this ship with the sheen of blood and show everyone. Then I will pilot this ship through every blockade and barrier you have prepared and begin my journey home. This ship shall be the flagship for the Borisin Reserve. Before I finish these tasks of mine, you have a chance to stop me or die at my hands. This is the path.
I accept your challenge, Hoolay. Because the very moment you stepped aboard the Sky Splitter, you stepped onto your path to ruin.
Bum bum bum. Ooh, Yen Lee's POV. Oh my eyeball.
I'm entrusting you not only with the honor of the ring, but also that's easy for my grandfather to say. But the first round of the tournament is about to begin. I wonder how Yen... According to the plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldiers aboard the skies. Maybe I should take a moment to meet with March before the tournament starts.
Alright, I'm pretty sure...
I'll leave the enemies behind us to you then, Mr. Gallagher.
Yeah.
March is in the contestants' lounge right now. I wonder how her preparations are coming along.
I'll be right back, guys. have returned. I forgot to put my emote up,
March,
so it doesn't
it's
show
me,
my
Yumi.
thing.
Are you okay? Ow, ow, ow! Just a moment. I'm coming.
She's still a nervous wreck.
Yeah, just a bit.
You still seem nervous.
I wasn't this nervous before. It's just being alone in this lounge, I can't stop thinking about everything. I mean, not only are we taking part in the war dance, but we have such an important mission to carry out as well.
Oh, poor March.
March, calm. Don't worry about your mission. You have me here too, right? I know my grandfather said that you must represent the Luofu as the ringmaster. Ask yourself, you are a nameless of the Astral Express. You have always been free to come and go as you please. So why did you board the Sky Splitter with me when my grandfather gave us this mission?
Why? Because I also want the war dance to go smoothly. For us Nameless, even though we're just visitors at every stop, it was here that I met my two masters.
Good answer.
Mm-hmm.
The tournament is about to begin, so I must go carry out the mission that... March, may your blade be sharp and your victory glorious.
Thank
you. Yes.
Master.
According to Grandpa's plan, I should seek out the Cloud Knight soldier.
Is that you, Miss Yunli? If the Cloud Knights are all in position, following
Very good. Although...
Unfortunately, we don't have any means to distinguish between Borisin. However, you can rest assured that the Cloud Knights are working hard to investigate the source. All Cloud Knights on the Sky Splitter have their own responsibilities and wouldn't dare...
March 7th and I could already tell. It's clear that every Cloud Knight soldier we've met on...
Your timing is perfect, Miss Yunli. We actually just received...
An emergency boarding room.
It wasn't on the Sky Splitter Starskiff...
Who would be boarding the ship at this time?
The Starskiff is using the contestant docking bay.
No need. You have your own duties. I have to check on this immediately.
Routine inspection! All passengers, please prepare for an inspection.
So this is the suspicious Starskiff.
I'm going to count down from 10. If you do not come out, I will destroy the ship. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Time is running out. 3, 2, 1. Wait a second.
She's like, I can blow you up.
It's me. It's just a routine inspection. You weren't actually going to blow up the ship, were you? Is that also...
Didn't little Yanqing claim he was going to give up being the ringmaster and go on the hunt instead? Help shoulder?
The Borisin on the ground suddenly launched an attack. General Fei Xiao was concerned that this was all a diversion by Hoolay. So I requested to come to the Sky Splitter.
Can't believe you ended up back here on the Sky Splitter after running around all over the place. But you're too late to enter the tournament. Following Grandpa's plan, our disciple March is taking your place as ringmaster. Aren't you proud?
When I first heard the news, I was definitely proud. But also...
More manpower is always a good thing, since the Sky Splitter is so large. Oh, and by the way, you should know that...
What's happening?
Does it feel like the Sky Splitter is slowed down? Could it be? Come with me. We need to check the engine room. It's the heart of the ship, so we need to prioritize its safety.
Oh no, Hoolay's there causing trouble.
The war dance is about to begin. Contestants, please make your way to the arena.
The engine room is just up ahead. Let's go.
Intercepting sword technique. Hello there.
Strange. Why is there no one here?
What's in the box?
The Cloud Knights. They're over here.
And you should be lying alongside them. Don't worry, children. There's plenty of space to hide your bodies over here.
Even though I truly hoped that the war dance would go ahead uninterrupted, and that I was worrying for no reason.
Now that these guys have finally shown up, it's a huge weight off my mind. Bring it on, you abominations!
Yeah.
Yes, you!
Stay back, Clara.
Right on time.
Stay back, Clara.
Yes, you! Right on time.
May song bring us victory. Resonate all together.
Give me strength! Mountains fall!
Target threat index lowered. Fiend or devil. I'll crush them all. Hide.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Stark!
Wait, maybe I shouldn't have ulted with Clara, because there's only one left. Well, you know what? Fuck it, die. Perish. Oh, this scene's pretty good.
We found 2 wolves in the engine room. That means that even more abominations have infiltrated other areas. Hoolay is already aboard this.
There's no time to talk about this. The war dance has already started. If my guess is let's go. We need...
Oh, wait, let me look for chests. Oh, I don't see any.
Come with me. To the ring.
Oh, me way.
Descend to earth! Yes, you!
Stay back, Clara.
See through clouds!
Like, perish.
Intercepting sword technique. Descend to earth! Yes, you!
Listen to the harmony and unison.
I'm gonna hold everyone back again! Protect me! Thank you for your help. Yes, you! I need to be...
Eliminating threat.
Bum, bum, bum.
This way. We're not too late.
Perish.
See through clouds!
Right. Stars echo.
Wait, I fucked up. I didn't use her attack buff.
What are you
Oh
made
well.
of? Strike! Mountains fall!
Stay back, Clara.
Yes, you!
Oh well.
Stay back, Clara.
Descend to earth!
We all make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes.
All of our honored guests and contestants. We would like to welcome all of our honored guests and contestants to the Xianzhou. Before we get the first round underway, our organizing committee would like to introduce you all to a host known throughout the cosmos, Mr. Albert.
Wait, Albert's gonna be here?
Let us invite our special guest host, Mr. Albert, to the stage to formally open
From this moment on, the Sky Splitter belongs to me. And
Damn, they
for
debated
you,
us.
dear spectators, I have prepared a true fight to the death now. Run for your lives!
My apologies. The spectators that you were expecting aren't here. Everyone here actually came to see you. Cloud Knight, prepare for battle.
Fuck yeah! It's a trap, bitch!
That's fine too. Since you have all prepared for your deaths, come, give me all you've got. Entertain.
Are you not entertained?
Surround your enemy, but leave one side open. This is your strategy for ensuring that the war dance will be able to be held as usual?
Precisely. When Hoolay escaped, we should have cancelled the war dance immediately. No one can predict where a wild beast like him will attack. Yet festivals and celebrations like this are likely to become target. However, preparations for the war dance were in the works for so long, I couldn't bear to announce its cancellation. So I thought, if the show must go on, then let it go on. But that doesn't mean that the war dance we hold today has to be the real event. All we need to do is swap all the spectators and contestants aboard the ship with Cloud Knight soldiers, and the Sky Splitter, soaring high above, will become the ultimate battleground for our hunt.
Clever.
But what do we do if Hoolay is not planning to attack the war dance?
Then we just need to draw his attention to the Sky Splitter. We'll have the Skyfaring Commission clear all transport lanes and cut down Starskiff traffic. Then, when the time comes, there will be only one ship in the sky, and he will have no reason not to attack. General Fei Shao will be in charge of scaring the wolves and cutting off their other means of escape, making him think that this will be his best way out. Given that the Borisin already have insiders on the Law Fu, I will be in charge of putting pressure on them, making them focus solely on keeping themselves safe.
Very good. Then I'd better dust off my weary bones too. I will go with the Skyfaring Commission to guard the Jade Gate and ensure that things do not spiral.
Knowing that Elder Huayan is part of our last line of defense is a great comfort. This hunt will make Hoolay understand that the arrows of the hunt will always be one step ahead of the abomination.
Yes. Excuse me.
That jolt just now. What's going on? Borisin must have actually infiltrated the Sky Splitter. Based on... You guys... You're...
March. Sweet naive March.
Looks like the General's arrangements are finally coming in handy. I need to find Yun Li and the others as soon as possible.
Enemy data signet markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
I could take 10 of you. Not very sportsmanlike.
Ready for another?
Just 0 points. How's this take?
Thanks for the support.
Yeah, just keep hitting him. No, not March, please. Oh my god, March almost died.
Commencing support. Enemy data signet markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Your answers? Answer me.
A hero's life is hard.
You fool! Step up, let's see ya. Time to mix things up.
Not bad.
Enemy targets detected.
I should have used Gallagher ult.
Indulge yourselves!
Oh well.
I'm asking questions. A test.
Ready for another?
Your answers? Answer me.
The plan said that if Hoolay appears, the
Calculations predicted.
Cloud Knights will assemble and do everything they can to suppress him. Master Yun...
It might be better to put... Because he can debuff the shit out of him.
March, I'm below the ring.
The hall below the ring.
Hopefully
Master Yanqing! I was concerned about the safety of the Sky Splitter and my...
Yanqing, the wolf you are hunting is standing above us in the war dance ring at this very moment, facing the Cloud Knight. This war dance will not be seen by the people of the Xianzhou, nor will it be just a ceremonial sword fight. This is a battle to the death that offers no honor, only mortal danger. March.
Please. I am March 7th, a sword master who will represent the Luofu in glorious battle.
Fuck yeah, you tell him.
Yun Li, Miss March, may your blades be
sharp, and your victories.
May your blades... Ah, forget it. Let's go and make this a quick victory.
Let's go.
Ooh.
So feeble. Such weakness is truly pathetic.
I've been waiting a long time for this, Hoolay.
I simply shall send some young cubs to the slaughter.
Remember this! My name is March 7th, Ringmaster of the Luofu.
Does the Xianzhou not have any worthy warriors?
I wouldn't let my guard down if I were you. It's about time this old wolf tasted defeat at the hands of a young cub.
Nice job!
Answer me. 0 points.
You fool! Nice like it, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Not very sportsmanlike.
You think a little ambush is enough to defeat me?
Yes.
I will make you understand.
Oh.
Less carbs! What's this? Such insane power!
Oh!
Fine. You can be a little opening act for me. Until the shall finally arrives.
Why not have a meal before you leave?
Your answers? A test. Fail. S.
SASP. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Time to mix things up.
Thank you for your generosity.
Nice psychic, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
0 points.
Awesome!
It ain't over.
More season here.
Nice. Friends. Answer me. 0 points.
I'm honored. Since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Swing all your might, dear cubs. A wolf's path only goes forward. Running is never an option.
How about letting the enemy a little more heat?
Dude, his freaking...
It's just a tweening
Nice
massage.
psychic, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
I'm honored. Since you're already here,
I got a little
why not
scared
have a
that
meal
he
before
was
you
gonna
leave?
kill someone. Oh, his mane glows red. That's actually really cool. I didn't notice that.
SASP. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Oh, I get it!
Why is the shadow still not here? What are these cubs? This is all. They'll all be dead by the time she arrives. Asking questions.
I could take 10 of you! Yeah!
How's this taste?
You're the best!
Lord. Oh no, oh no.
Not very sportsmanlike.
Fuck, the bleed.
Nice psychic, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
Not very time to show you what I can. Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this!
Ah, it's nothing.
Oh no. Please, he has like 1 HP. Let me move!
I've been waiting a long time for this, Hoolay.
I'm honored by your presence.
Perceive a shall and send some young cubs to the slaughter.
Why not have a meal?
Remember this! My name is March 7th, Ringmaster of the Lost.
Let the Central Lawful not have any worthy wolves.
I wouldn't let my guard down if I were you. It's about time this old wolf tasted defeat at the hands of a young cub.
Step up, let's see it. Nice psychic, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
I'm honored. Since you're already here,
Oh, yeah.
why not have a meal before you leave?
You fool! You think a little ambush is enough to defeat me? I will make you understand just how wrong you are.
Such insane power!
Bro, what the fuck?
Finally arrives.
Answer me. 0 points. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
In the mood for another beating? Nice psychic, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
0 points.
Awesome! You'll make good. Watch this!
Step up, let's see ya.
Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this!
It ain't over.
You fool! Test.
Swing with all your might, dear cubs. You thought I would run? Only goes home. Running is never an option.
You fool!
Together
You fool! SAS per kipping. Knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
This is a little tough.
Not a hero's life is
Your
hard.
answer? Answer me. 0 points. You fool! You fool!
Nice psychic, my friends. Indulge yourselves!
0 points. I'm asking. Test. SAS knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
Yeesh.
You fool!
How's this taste?
Not bad.
Nice psychic,
5
my
points.
friends. Indulge yourselves!
0 points. Answer me. 0 points.
eyes shall still not hear. Orders comes. This goes on. There will be death by the time she arrives.
Nice like my friends. Indulge yourselves! That's all you got. It ain't over.
0 points. Your answers? A test. You fool!
It's nothing.
You fool!
It's nothing.
SAS knowledge, the measure of truth and falsehood.
In the mood for another beating?
0 points.
Nice like my friend.
Oh, Gallagher, come and carry me.
I'm asking. Answer me. 0 points.
Go.
Not
Oh no.
It will take
Please don't tell me there's a fucking face.
your feeble weapons are like blades of grass before.
Oh no.
I've had enough. Time to finish this game. What's happening?
Not long ago. My hubby, no!
Secrets are a weapon that a hunter cannot live without. Those that have no secrets are no more than prey, cut open and waiting for death.
Jiao Cho,
What you're
no.
saying is, in your eyes, I am no more than prey that has exhausted all of its secrets and is simply awaiting its death.
Do you think you have some other escape route? Oh, Jiao Cho, I have already peeled back your disguises and defenses, layer by layer. I know all the secrets that you and your general have buried so...
But you have told me all of your secrets too, Warhead.
Oh, but you will never have a chance to use them.
Please, dude.
Be buried with them right here.
I'm gonna be so upset if he fucking dies. I'll be so fucking upset if he's dead.
You will avoid having to see the tragic future that awaits your general. I'm sure she understands her fate far better than you ever will. One day on the battlefield, she will be overpowered by her ever-intensifying moon rage, and finally be torn apart by her fury and transformation. Not even your god can save her from this fate. Although, they can lead her to liberation, and the only way to save her is here, in my hand.
Are you the healer? Or am I? Are you really that certain of your own judgment?
I must leave, Foxian. But before I go, you know what I must do.
Drink blood wine. I hear it is a Borisin custom to kill prisoners and drink their blood before battle to stir up their madness.
You really did put hard work into researching us. It is a shame that this is where...
Are you the healer, Jiao Cho?
Is there anything that I can do for you?
I heard that you saved me.
There's no need to thank me.
If you're a healer, can you cure my moon rage?
And what if I can? Do I just sit back and watch as you head back out to die in battle? Listen to me, child. Your condition is not suited for the battlefield.
Okay, then can you cure war?
What are you talking about? I'm just a healer. All I can do...
So all you can do is heal us and let us go cure war.
Such arrogance, young lady. This war has been waged for thousands of years, and it will only continue. What do you mean by cure war? All you will achieve is getting yourself...
You healers work yourselves to the bone to save people, even though there will always be sickness and death. So we will also keep fighting. I cannot speak for the dead, but I know that General Yueyu, as well as all the warriors that never returned from battle, will not have died. They fought so that others could make it home alive. Your actions are...
Jiao Cho, this is an order. Cure me!
How do we get... I already told you the answer. Oh, no.
Those who have no secrets are no more than prey. Cut open and waiting for death. Enjoy the taste of my fresh blood, Hoolay. Unfortunately, I am not a man without secrets. I still have one little secret hidden up my sleeve. Tumble dust. I drank it a while ago, and the poison is already flowing through my veins. Sooner or later, you will begin to feel the effect. If the most lethal poison known to this world is able to save innocent lives, then it can also be called a great medicine. I will do my best to cure you. Xiao. I kept my promise. At the cost of this insignificant, bring victory to the Yaoqing.
So, you want to play dirty? Here, it's colder.
My sword is even colder.
Hoolay's movements are slowing down?
This is our chance.
Using the toast.
It's time for us to put this dog down. I could take 10 of you. Nice job.
I'm asking question.
Who's got an achievement? This is the real deal.
Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
I'm honored, but since you're already here, why not have a meal before you leave?
Oh no.
Turn the tide of battle.
Here you go, Master. Time to show you what Azure Dragon, White Tiger, less cards. Watch this.
Oh Lord. Hold on, let me see what teams are good for March. See if I can do. The builds and team. See a lot of them with freaking
I'll leave the enemies behind us to you then, Mr. Gallagher.
maybe changing it to Robin will help.
Hoolay's movements are slowing down?
This is our chance.
It's time for us to put this dog down.
May song bring us victory. Harmony and unison.
Zero points. You fool! In the mood for another slice like my friends? Indulge yourselves!
Right. Stars echo.
No more time. Need a shot. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
But that does not mean you cannot be overpowered. Hoolay, take a good look. The power of the Cloud Knights is in my blade.
Have birds.
Impossible! How could a mere whelp defeat me?
Ooh! Facial! Yeah!
The hunt is finally over. Thank you for holding out so. Lieutenant Yanqing.
General.
Everything's fine. We were able to suppress the Borison attacks. When I sensed that Hoolay was not on the— Who would have imagined that I would arrive late to the battlefield for the first time in my life? No. Perhaps you young ones— I originally thought, in the best case scenario, you would team up and hold this beast back while protecting yourselves. However, you joined forces and defeated Hoolay. Ah, the youth are truly— Come. We need to lock up—
I was so scared. I thought you were a goner there. Yanqing, that was amazing. The final blow you dealt to Hoolay. How have I never seen—
Was it really us who defeated Hoolay? Why do I feel like he suddenly started to flat?
It must have been our awe-inspiring righteousness. You really are an overthinker. What's the point of worrying about these things?
My hubby sacrificed himself to poison him.
Shift the balance.
Such an unforgettable blade. So similar to the one wielded by that woman who defeated me. Although over 700 years have passed. And I thought I would have a way to overcome it by now. But in the end, my fangs and claws were too slow. You won, child.
Stop struggling, Hoolay. There's plenty of time for you to be tortured by your regrets when you go back.
Yes, I was defeated, but this was not unexpected. And regardless, you still showed your face, Facial.
Clara. Sparkle.
I have looked forward to this for so long. You've doomed yourselves.
Oh no.
As I meet my demise, so shall the entire Xianzhou Longbow. The crimson wound in my chest will make this place shine with blood. I will drive all Foxians to madness in their fear, craving slaughter without end. What now? They shall.
part of the Borison warhead, a product of the plague mark. I'll leave the next part to you.
I don't understand.
We cannot allow this thing to spread. I will do all within my power to consume this Crimson Moon. Once the situation changes, Lieutenant Yenqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood?
Oh no.
General!
Die, Borison!
What? We clearly don't have wolf ears.
I will not allow any of you to leave the Sky Splitter!
Does she think we're her enemies?
Yes.
Hoolay just wanted to take down the General, even at the cost of his own life. Snap out of it, General!
Eliminating threat.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Sora! Tonight, Doors Echo!
Wait, I should have.
Stay put. Get them. Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all.
Can you find the answer?
Annihilate. Mission command. Mission command.
I thought we'd get a minute to catch our breath. What do we do? Do we fight or run?
After all this, do you still think running is an option?
Hide.
Fire les missiles.
You cannot hide! Pray!
Mission command.
I will devour you!
Get them. Annihilate. Stay back, Clara. Stay back, Clara.
I'll crush the wall!
Stay back, Clara.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Sora!
Mission command.
I hope for an end to strife in the world.
Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all.
Can you find the answer? Feeling spiffy? I can do this!
May song bring us victory. Let's lead all together.
Futile resistance!
Mission command.
I will devour you!
I need to be brave.
Hide. Get them.
I'll go easy.
Well, that's fucking rude.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Sora!
Dude, how do I get through that toughness?
We can't let her get away! But do we stand any chance at all?
The bunnies.
She said, I'll leave the next part to you.
Oh.
Put her faith in us! Trying.
I promise. I will cure you. Fei Shao.
No one can live forever, Zhao Chao. This time, I must break my promise.
Oh no.
Is this the Sky Splitter? Or somewhere else?
Lieutenant Yanqing, you are to enforce the Cloud Knight's military rules. Understood.
We can't let her get away! Snap out of it, General!
You always lead the hardest battles for yourself. Even now, you would never run away. Isn't it strange? That is your enemy. I understand you even better than your own.
Hoolay?
This rage. I remember the taste. I knew that it was never victory that it thirsted for. But the hunt isn't that right, Fei Xiao?
You shouldn't be here. I saw you die with my own eyes.
Just consider me a figment of your imagination before every hunt. I make preparations for defeat and retreat. But not this time. This time, defeat was exactly the ending. And when I learned your story from Jiao Chu, I realized that he had always been hiding a secret. And that not even the healer himself understood the meaning. What an ironic fate, don't you think? All this time, waiting for this day to come. I never imagined that this was how it would turn out. But I accept it. Now, let us break through the ironclad defenses of the Arbiter General's heart and see what secrets she has hidden in those deepest, darkest corners.
Bro. The weak. Justice.
Let's see.
Now.
I'm sure that the people of the Xianzhou have shown me these familiar scenes countless times. But they only showed you what they want. They have you fight to save the weak. But what they never told you is that when all the pretenses of kindness and compassion are stripped away, this is how they unite. When the Xianzhou is weak, they play the victim so they can win your sympathy. When they are strong, they make you their avenger and have you fight in the name of justice. I found it. This is your shadow of doubt.
So-called survival of the fittest is nothing but an excuse. You cannot weaken my resolve, Hoolay.
Blinded by the fury of your moon rage, you slaughtered your allies. Erland's Claw, you have betrayed the Alliance. Your actions are no different from those of the abomination.
At the end of the day, it is the blood of the abominations that runs through your veins. Enemy, but you ran into the arms of your new master's army without hesitation. But you are wrong. They know all too well that a wolf will always be. Now your greatest fear is about to come true. You have become an This is your fear.
You aim to instill terror within me. Yet all of this is nothing but a phantom!
It's time to return to the pack fish, no matter how deep the hatred you bear for the Borson. No matter how much we may consider each other enemies. will still show you this path that you never imagined was available to you. You devoured the Crimson Moon. You are
What did you say?
the descendants of Duran who came to rescue me hoped with all their hearts that once I regained my freedom, I would be able to turn the tides of battle and change the fate of our people, allowing the Borson to return to their former glory. This was just a dream where they placed their hopes of survival in an imaginary savior that gained the courage and strength to fight to the death. Borson like that deserve no. And I, a prisoner who was held captive for over 700 years, a criminal of war who was deprived even an honorable death in battle, would become a puppet upon my return at the mercy of others. For those who are truly strong, Foxian and Borson are no more than labels. Someone who is truly strong chooses their own. I will create that new path for myself. I will pass the right to decide the destiny of the Borson on to you. Former Borson war slave and future Foxian. Your healer, Jojo, served you with such loyalty. He was even willing to die in order to cure your moon rage. I told him before that the only way to save you lay in mine. If you just nod your head, you will awaken from this nightmare that the Crimson Moon has inflicted on you, and your body will be born anew. From that moment, you will no longer be trapped by your rage. Your doubt will be swept from your mind like dust, and your fear will naturally disappear.
So this was the path that you prepared for me. To become a new you.
That's right. We are so similar after all. We are both monsters that were born for war. And will die.
I'm sure my answer doesn't need much explanation. I refuse.
I told you before, Foxian and Borson are no more than labels. You can be whoever you want to be. You can do whatever you accept these truths, and the Borson will bow to you. Destroy them, reduce them to dust, or teach them to become servants of the Xianzhou. You are free to carve your name into the Xianzhou's history books, or into the list of arch enemies. You have the final say.
You do not understand, Hoolay. You have no idea what it is that I truly desire. When I was just a child, I stained my hands with blood for the first time, in order to escape the whips and shackles of the Wolfmaster.
Oh, shit.
Nigel, don't stop! Keep running! I can't run anymore. Saran, are they catching? They're still behind us. Don't stop! Nigel, look up! Look at that light in the sky. That's a shooting star. It's shining down on us. If we just tell it our wish, we can have it. We will all be able to escape. We'll win our freedom and then share it with our cooler brothers and sisters. So you have to run. Quickly! We can do it!
The dense darkness subsides because of fierce howls of wolves and cries of wolves.
Run with me!
We ran and ran with all the strength we had. But we ended up. I escaped the hunting pack and encountered a woman that could fly. A Cloud Knight.
I imagine you kept your promise.
Unfortunately, when I led her back in order to free my Kulor companions, there was nothing left there but a bottomless pit.
The light of the devilish
In the years that followed, I followed the trail of that light alongside my Cloud Knight allies, and saw it fall. Gradually, I came to understand. That light was not some shooting star that carried wishes and aspirations. Each Lux arrow meant that countless lives in a helpless world were about to be obliterated. I prayed to the god of the skyboat that I would never have to witness one of these shooting stars. But they ignored my prayers.
That's right. They never answer us. They just let us loose in this world to massacre each other. That is why the fierce battle between us has raged to this day. If the gods who never bleed nor cry, who once sided me from above, refuse to listen to the prayers of mortals, then we have no choice but to fight for our own desires. Do you understand now, Saran? You and I were similar in more ways than you are a beast that was born for war and will die for war.
Perhaps. So, what is it that you yearn for, Hoolay? Why is it that you...
I fight so that I can turn the stars above into a great wilderness for the Borisin to roam. What about you, Saran?
I fight so that one day I will never have to witness another shooting star falling to the ground. So that just one more person can live and return to the Yaoqing alongside me.
You would resist becoming the person you were supposed to be. Lower yourself from a free wolf to a domesticated fox just for the sake of one person, then have it your way. I will use your fear and doubt as my nourishment. I will seize you and devour you. I will replace you.
Hey, Kumo.
We are so similar. Both monsters that were born for war.
How you doing?
And will die for war. So, I shall pray to the heavens. Even if they do not respond to me, I pray that the arrows of the hunt will pierce the heart of every monster. Do you see me, shooting star? The knights are sworn to protect the Xianzhou. I will uphold this vow until my very last
day. She got the hunt's gaze.
Tears of blood, and all living creatures have bowed and knelt. I once man was strong and hunted the weak. Now, I will use your air beast as my weapon, and your name as my prey. Fei Xiao! Take back your disguises and show you how cowardly and powerless you truly are, Hoolay! A wolf lurks in the heart of every
Shadow or resonating next action becomes enhanced. The toughness reduced by parts and resonance stance increases when the part is weakness broken. All team units act.
I hope for an end to strife in the world. Harmony and unity. Right. Doors echo. No more time. I'm gonna hold everyone back again. Thanks.
Fiends or devils.
I'll have to look at it after I do the story.
Annihilate.
Your move.
Forever triumphant! Victory is inevitable!
Stay back, Clara.
That won't do.
And your life will be stolen. Fight to the death, and you shall live forever! I want to protect everyone. That's your Sora.
Those emotes are super cute. Oh, it's Iron Mouse. That's why it looks so familiar.
Hide.
Wants to devour. It will first have to beg for my mercy.
That won't do.
Hey! Pierces your skin. This is the oasis I have experienced for 700 years. Pain!
Get there.
Night. Stars echo.
Dun, 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 dun.
No more time. Not afraid of you.
Annihilate.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Sora. Your fangs and claws have grown dull.
Get them.
That won't do.
Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all.
And at peace. He be gone. For blood.
Oh my god.
Fear is not fear.
That won't do. I swear to be the arrow.
Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable. Devour the heavens. And envelop the earth. Crush your own strength.
Harmony and unison.
Stay put.
My throat is feeling much better.
Eliminating threat.
Your move, Hoolay.
Never hesitate.
That won't do.
I hope we're an anti-strike for the world.
Get them.
Stars echo. No more touch. I want to protect everyone too. Help me, Mr. Sora. Fearless knows not fear.
That won't do. I swear to be the arrow.
Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
Boom.
Annihilate. Fiends or devils. I'll crush them all.
Oh my god, that attack looks so cool. Ow.
Stay back, Clara.
That won't do.
I want to protect everyone
Having
too.
Clara and Rob on the same team confuses me. Wait, why?
Thanks. I'll never forget you. I'm okay. I need to be brave.
Hide.
I swear to be the arrowhead.
Forever triumphant. Check. Victory is
Oh, I was not.
inevitable.
Well, the way to get past that is to like make sure you save her ult for after you ult with Robin. That way you don't accidentally fuck up the thing. It's a little tricky, but
Your own blood.
devil.
Yeah.
Now crush them all.
Your move, Hoolay.
I'm not afraid of you.
Annihilate.
That won't do.
I want to protect everyone. Help me, Mr. Sora.
Yeah, like that, like that.
Hold everyone back again.
Captain.
You fool!
Your
Oh my god.
Your move, Hoolay. I swear to be
Forever triumphant. Victory is inevitable.
Boom. Damn, you are one tanky motherfucker.
our little hunting game ends here.
Yes, imagine Mose and suddenly you have 2 turns. True.
I see mighty light of the heavens, wolf in my heart. Come to me. We shall conquer as one.
Victory is inevitable.
Ooh. Yes.
My only enemy has always been myself.
Too bad I don't have Moza.
General. General, you're awake.
You can soft lock yourself with Mose if your entire team, but him gets taken when he's hiding. No. Who was at death's door? But this I know. There's one more business that must be settled. Lingsha! I ain't gonna lie, I completely forgot she was gonna talk to the elders.
Explanations.
Welcome, Miss Lingsha. I am Preceptor Tauron.
Greetings, my honored preceptor. It's been a while since we last touched base. I've brought a friend with me today. I believe you're already familiar with each other.
Ooh, I like his claw designs.
Tauron. Elder Tauron? I remember when I was exiled, you were on the verge of passing on. What's with this new look?
All of this is thanks to your past life. Had you not been so rash, I wouldn't have had to walk such a dangerous road to free our clan, becoming this specter of my former self. Dan Heng, you've returned twice, but it seems that meeting us fossils wasn't on your agenda. Regrettable indeed. Now here you are to meet me anyway. Life does love its ironies, doesn't it?
I didn't come here with Miss Lingsha today to reminisce.
Indeed. When the Cauldron Master extends an invitation, it's only proper for the Preceptors to attend.
As the newly appointed Cauldron Master, there's been much to take care of within the Alchemy Commission. It's only now that I've had the chance to speak with you. Please forgive the delay, Elder. I sent over some evidence regarding the prison break in the Shackling prison. I trust you've already looked at...
Yes. You sent us the remains of Mara-struck soldiers, a map of the Shackling prison, and a semblance reversion essence.
These are the remains of assassins who used Cloud Hymn magic to conceal their tracks. They aided in the Borison's escape, allowing them unimpeded passage through that marked-up map is a map of prisoners' escape routes. Vidyadhara craftsmen once made blueprints for the prison's construction, so I imagine, Mr. Tauron, you have a similar map in your possession. This pin
is semblance reversion essence. Indeed. I helped plot the prison break in the Shackling prison.
So, the disciples of Sanctus Medicus joining forces with the Lord Ravager to stir up trouble in the Alchemy Commission,
the introduction of the Stellaron and the Ambrosial Arbor's resurrection
Oh,
all have something to do with the Vidyadhara.
That's right. You were sent here by the General to hear my confession, weren't you? If there's even a shred of empathy in you, you should understand the reasons behind it. Ever since the sedition of Imbibitor Lunae, the population of the Vidyadhara has dwindled. With the High Elder exiled, a few of us preceptors had to do what we could to turn the tide. My methods might have been drastic, perhaps even incomprehensible. But it was all for one cause.
oh Lord.
The survival of the Yet, the Xianzhou natives zealously forbid any plague marks and did nothing while the Vidyadhara suffered. Dan Heng, Lingsha, as Vidyadhara, you should understand the desperation behind my actions. All I've tried to do is to ensure our survival.
Oh, hey, Poppy. Private stream leader. Are you? Oh, wait. Wait, are you asking to play some League?
I'm well aware of the challenges the Vidyadhara face. But Elder, your actions have gone beyond mere survival. You've become a beast driven solely by the propagation, devoid of even a hint of empathy.
Oh. Despite calling ourselves a noble draconic bloodline, at our core, we're merely
Maybe.
bipedal beasts. The survival of our kind is paramount. If I hadn't resorted to beastly actions, the Vidyadhara might not even exist. The sages show no mercy, as the old wisdom goes. When the High Elder abandoned our people's survival, I had to shoulder the world's Lingsha. Dan Heng, the past is behind us, but the future of the Vidyadhara still lies within your grasp. The situation on the Xianzhou Lawfu.
I was initially skeptical about the Vidyadhara's betrayal of the Alliance. But after hearing your confession, I realized that there is no breaking the covenant of our alliance will bring war upon the Vidyadhara. Even if we are able to have offspring again, what difference will it make?
Once my plan succeeds, the Alliance will see the Vidyadhara as their saviors. Because both parties ultimately
Huh.
So now that survival won't convince us, you want to talk—
For 1,000 years, the Alliance has been engaged in brutal warfare against the denizens of abundance. Yet victory has remained beyond reach. Have you ever wondered why? Should the Alliance emerge victorious, they will inevitably become the next denizens of abundance. However, if they suffer defeat, the Alliance will face extinction.
I can do two things, Poppy. I can either, once I wrap up my the story content for Honkai Star Rail, I can shift it, I can change it to a League stream, or I can just, like, if you don't want that, I can just end stream and then we can play League off stream.
Thus, the Alliance has deceitfully upheld this precarious balance. However, I have a way to escape. The Alliance's path to salvation lies within the secret of dragon transmutation. Imagine if there were a way to transform other life forms into Vidyadhara. The Alliance would then possess an endless stream of soldiers and would not need to worry about casualties. Once the war ended, these soldiers would cease reproduction, eliminating concerns of overpopulation.
Wait, you got another account with Yoon Lee on it?
Alliance. The ultimate path to end the universe's
I don't mind
suffering
being
under
watched.
the immortality plague. Only we, the Vidyadhara.
So, you relied on this rhetoric to manipulate the ignorant members of the Vidyadhara into serving you.
You search it on Sealy Land, you can look at its substats.
I'm deeply disappointed in you, Elder. Your thoughts and intentions are completely devoid of empathy. Cloud Knights!
Hold it.
Miss Bailu!
They did not take Bailu hostage.
Mr. Dan Heng and Sister Lingsha! Everyone's here?
You think I don't know why you're really here? Jing Yuan sent you here to test me, didn't he?
Can you send me the link to the website on,
According to the oath between the
on
Alliance
Discord?
and the Vidyadhara,
Like, DM
it's
it to me?
forbidden to spill Vidyadhara blood on their own territory. Are you all ready to violate this oath in the presence of the Lawfu's High Elder?
Dragon Lady, there's no need to panic. Elder, the Vidyadhara's sacred grounds and the High Elder are not to be used as pawns.
You talk a big game. As if you have the nation and the people's best interests at heart. But when it really matters, you use a small girl as your shield. It's ridiculously pitiful.
I've said it before. Survival is never a sin. We are all Vidyadhara, so you should understand my intentions. And as a Vidyadhara,
oh my
I will
God,
leave
Poppy,
for you
really?
a dignified solution. Leave the Scale Gorge waterscape immediately, and appeal to the top echelons of the Alliance. Let the 6 charioteers hold a trial, and sentence me to exuviation and rebirth.
I see right through your plans, Mr. Tauron. Vidyadhara Rebirth erases past crimes, but I'm well aware of the Preceptor's dirty tricks during Rebirth. You might not be you, but you will still be you. I won't forgive myself for past sins under the pretext of knowing nothing, nor will I allow you to evade accountability.
Dan Heng, I've always disliked your inability to see the bigger picture. Rebirth hasn't changed you.
Miss Bailu, as High Elder of the Lawfu Vidyadhara, please share your thoughts at this moment.
I don't want to stay here. I'm tired of being pushed around. I'm not some puppet to be controlled. Please, take me away with you.
I understand. As the oath dictates, members of the Alliance are forbidden from harming Vidyadhara here. But I've long since severed ties with the Alliance. Right now, I'm simply a nameless, free to come and go as I please. The oath of the Xianzhou means nothing to the spear in my hand.
Hell yeah. Get fucked!
Get them! Do whatever it takes! Toast. Make sure they don't leave here alive.
Time for a good old counterattack.
This is wrong! 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 It's wrong!
Time to cleanse the filth.
Were you having fun there, sir?
Thrice like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
How about letting the enemy strike more seasoned? I'm honored, since you're already here. Why not have a meal before you leave?
A miracle.
Bro has no DPS. I didn't pay attention to the teams. I didn't get the chance to set it. Fuck it, Jiao Cho and Pale are my DPS, so not my fault they put the story character in the first slot.
Ready for another? Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Secret of the safe.
Allow me to purge the root be of your body and mind. The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
It's better to make no move. A little more heat. I'm honored, since you're already here. Why not have a meal before you leave?
Mortality means forever.
Commencing support. Enemy data net markers
Haha.
activated. Time for a
Fuck your
good old
debuff. Or fuck your buff, I
May
mean.
the foul stench dissipate. Time to cleanse the filth.
Bunnies.
Be of your body and mind.
Thrice like it, my friends. Indulge
Boom.
yourselves!
How about letting the enemies more seasoned? I'm honored, since you're already here. Why not have a meal before the meal?
Enemy target ready for another. Net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Immerse yourself in it. Yeah. The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
In the mood for another...
Time to cleanse the filth.
Just a tweener massage.
Ooh, double bunny.
It's better to make no little more heat. I'm honored, since you're already here. Why not have a meal?
All that for a drop of blood. Yes.
Commencing support. Enemy data net markers activated. Time for a good old counterattack.
Allow me to purge the root B of your body and mind.
Secret of the safe.
Enemy targets detected.
In the mood for another beating? Nice, like my friends. Indulge yourselves!
May the Faust stand time to cleanse the filth. The truth. Everything in this world is bleeding.
It's time to get, instead of like just ending it with like one move of big dick DPS, it's like fuck it, death by 1,000 cuts, die, feel the wrath of the supports and some DPS. See? GG easy.
Dragon Lady, are you all right?
I'm fine. Thank you for rescuing me.
You actually came here in person?
Otherwise, I wouldn't be able to hear your lofty opinions. The public trial you seek with the 6 charioteers is inevitable. In addition, I'll write to the Sage Queller of the Feng Hu. With her hatred for evil, I'm sure she will make a just decision.
If it's her, she will earn the respect and assent of all the Vidyadhara on the Lafu.
In terms of martial prowess, you indeed have the upper hand. But if you're under the impression that this advantage can be used to settle the score with us preceptors, that's quite an overestimate. Given the Vidyadhara's foundation within the Alliance, do you really think you can do anything? As I mentioned, I'll take all the blame and become the scapegoat. With the secrets I possess, the interrogation alone will take an eternity. And in the end, through various exchanges of interest, I am certain to survive. You understand this better than anyone, as it's the very art of trade-offs you love to. Lastly, a word of caution to you. I heard that Hoolay has escaped from prison and is headed directly for the Sky Splitter. The bloodshed at the war dance is bound to be gruesome. Perhaps, even before my trial, your impeachment will have you in dire straits.
Yeah, Hoolay's already been dealt with, bitch.
Regrettably, Mr. Taoran, the Sky Splitter only hosted Cloud Knights today. No audience.
Get fucked.
And just moments ago, Hoolay was executed by the Cloud Knight.
That's right, laugh, you madman, laugh. Because that's all you can do.
Miss March! I was only in the bathroom for a little bit, and you've already arranged my death? Hey, can't you play some normal games with Dragon Lady? Thanks a lot. All right, enough playing. It's time to... The infirmary is right over there. You can go by yourself. Next time, let's not play overly realistic make-believe with this doofus.
Hey!
Well,
That's...
there's not much I could do. General Fei Xiao didn't really give me any chance to shine during this wolf hunt operation. If I had been in the ring, I could have knocked down 10 Hoolays with just one strike.
You sound exactly like Master Yanqing. But for now, both he and Yun Li have been forced to go to the Alchemy. I'm the least accomplished in swordplay, but I came out unscathed. I really ought to thank... Can you just give me
Okay, so I'll look at Yun Li right now. So I have it up. So let's see. Let us see. Let's see. Get rid of you. Freaking bot. See, you have... That's a lot of fucking crit rate. Jesus. And 167 damage crit. So you have physical, attack. It's a crit damage piece with some crit rate. I don't remember the... Yeah, but I don't know why you have me look at it here. I do have your account. So I got some achievement. Yeah, I guess you can't see the substats here. Oh, yeah, at least I can look at this. By 18% when I'm wearing. Still pretty cool light cone. That's pretty awesome though. Good Yin Li. Yeah, because this is the team I was going to be if I didn't get Lingsha forced in my Acheron slot.
Look who's here. The beloved Trailblazer and the charming March 7th. You
Aww.
came to the Alchemy Commission today. Oh, I get it. You are here with March to visit her masters, aren't you?
Exactly. How are my masters?
Unfortunately, only one master is here. I'm doing fine.
Hey, watch your words! Don't you
His injuries weren't that severe. But, well, he'll still need some more considering the intense battle with Hoolay. And then with General Fei Xiao. The rigorous sparring session with her.
Master Yun Li, didn't you also engage in
The little babies from the Law Fu just don't have the resilience that us kids from the Ju make.
I heard from Modza about the tough battle against the wolf troopers. You fought alongside Modza. Did you get...
I heard a few versions of the story from the Cloud Knights who were there. The number of wolf troopers went from a few dozen to thousands. And the number keeps rising.
Yun Li, go and lie down.
Got it, Lingsha.
What about that smiley fox healer?
Thank goodness you and the others found Yaocho. He lost a lot of blood and needs to rest properly. He and Maoza are seriously wounded. I've had to forcibly confine them to... All three from the Yaoqing are critically injured. But fortunately, the Xianzhou Laofu has a miraculous healer lady. It's a silver lining.
It looks
Oh
like
man,
entire
I'm so
delegation from the
happy. I thought
Xianzhou
my
Laofu
hubby
is
was
gathered
gonna
here for the
die.
commission.
I would normally say no, because they need to rest. But alas,
What can you do when the two of them have a leader who is just as restless? General Fei Xiao just slipped out of the recovery room. She thinks she's so sneaky, but I know everything that happened. If you're looking to meet her, the luminescent depths might be your best bet. I spotted her heading that way early.
The sound of those footsteps. They must belong to General Fei Xiao. Out and about, despite the doctor's orders.
What a coincidence. Someone else who refuses to listen to the doc.
Well, being a doctor myself, I don't think my knowledge of my own body is inferior to the
The healer does not heal himself. Don't try to act tough and I'm sorry, Zhao Chou. I didn't expect you to use poison that way. What a miscalculation. If only I'd found you sooner. If only I hadn't sent you to the
The way you're speaking, is this really the Fei Xiao I know? Or could it be a Borisin assassin, imitating your voice to take my life?
Zhao Chou, your eyes. You can't see anymore, can you?
I can still clearly hear the sound of the waves. That's enough for me.
He's blind! No!
Don't blame yourself. You know what I'm more concerned about? Has your body had any changes since you swallowed the...
I know. Wait, he's
not
mine, Allie. He's mine.
There
My
don't
big
appear to be any
husband.
changes. However, the many doubts that once plagued me have dissipated.
I never thought I'd live to hear you discuss your health again. But thanks to Morza and that child, the price I've paid seems trivial compared to what... I hold no grievances, Fei Xiao. I am content.
I don't know how to offer words of comfort, nor do I know much about curing others' ailments. I am just a warrior, so my pledge to you is simple.
An eye for an eye.
So you were here too.
In this vast universe, there's bound to be someone who can heal your eyes. I'll find them. But
the threat behind all this chaos needs to be dealt with. You must already have some ideas. Let them out.
the resurgence of the Sanctus Medicus and the gathering of the Borisin are merely distractions orchestrated by an unseen force, meant to divide the Alliance's attention. Unfortunately, they picked the wrong fight this time. Once we return to the Yaoqing, I'll personally lead the Verdant Knights into battle. I vow to take down a Lord Ravager and teach the Ruined Legion the true meaning of the hunt.
One thing I really love about this story is the fact that an Aeon, like, actually gave its notice to someone other than the Trailblazer. That was fucking sick.
I knew it. You've always been so impatient.
I apologize for my tardiness once again. The Alchemy Commission detained me for some time for a health examination. They released me only after ensuring I was in...
General, seeing you safe and sound puts our mind. Hoolay's escape caused significant upheaval and forced the war dance to be put on hold. A truly unforeseen disaster. Fortunately, the younger generation showed their valor. They bravely tackled the crisis.
Before Master Diviner Fu Xuan's departure for the Yutre, I consulted with her about the war dance. She left a note stating, "The hexagram oscillates between thunder and heaven, a sign of great power," assuring us that we would successfully not. She advised me to trust the younger generation's abilities and let them lead. Her prediction, it's just the Xianzhou Luo Fu's long-standing duty of keeping Hoolay imprisoned ended with his death on the Sky Splitter. This event is likely to bring much criticism from the Alliance.
However, Hoolay's demise might actually be a blessing in disguise. Broadcasting this news could derail the Borison's resurgence and quash the hand over Hoolay's remains to the Xianzhou Yaoqing, and I'll handle the explanations to the Alliance. But what about the war dance? While the Wolf Hunt mission was a success, the events on the Sky Splitter remain a secret. However, the news of the Borison's attacks...
The war dance was interrupted, so it must be reconvened. As for the people who witnessed the attack on the war dance's opening day, Rogue Borison attempted to stir up panic, but was swiftly neutralized by the Merlin's Claw and the Cloud Knights. A genuine tale of heroism that will
As Elder Huayan suggests, the Luo Fu will do its best to heal the wounded and compensate those who were affected.
This settles the immediate concerns on the Luo Fu, but my thoughts linger on the orchestrator. From the onset of the Ambrosial Arbor crisis, the Xianzhou Luo Fu has experienced numerous disturbances, directly linked to the Lord Ravager Fantilli.
Her attempt to infiltrate the Xianzhou with the Borison and sway the Luo Fu preceptors to join the Sanctus Medicus's insurrection was unsuccessful. But I have a feeling that she is indifferent to these...
Rather than outright victory, Fantillia's motives seem to lie in breeding discord and chaos among allies. Should the Alliance fail to mend these rifts, it risks disintegrating.
The goal of the Xianzhou Alliance has not changed for thousands of years. Perhaps we should point the weapon in our hand toward this new adversary. I plan to bring...
With Elder Huayan's insight, one wonders...
It's clear we're engaged in a game of chess not seen in thousands of Amber Eras. A game where even the strategists become... Predicting the Marshal's decision is beyond me, yet she's well aware of our concerns. She has tasked General Yao Guang with performing extrapolations day and night to gauge the situation. We gathered today not just to tackle the Luo Fu's predicaments, but also to address a matter. Yao Guang has sent a message from the Xianzhou Yuchui, informing us that she wishes to share the results of recent calculations she made within the Matrix. Jing Yuan, I'd like to borrow the seat of divine.
Ancient bell struck from the depths of Xianzhou, some lasers seen through. Thus, light burst from the chessboard. Great. Oh my god.
Hello, everyone. It's been a long time. Over 3 decades have passed since we last convened. And I've dearly missed each of you generals during this time.
Oh, so I'm guessing this is going to be a new
Was the
character in the
strategist
future.
thinking of us or thinking of the fates we're destined for?
The Merlin's Claw. As blunt as always. Though, not everyone's cup of tea, huh? You once told Jing Yuan, "You're lucky that I'm the one who came this time. If it were the seer strategist, this conversation might not be so friendly." I'm intrigued. Did the conversation...
I've never heard anyone mention that the Decalite reflection barrier could eavesdrop on even the quietest whispers. It appears that the Marshal sent not just 2 generals to the Luo Fu, but an uninvited third guest.
People have been saying that Mr. Jing Yuan's intellect shines as brightly as the seer strategist's. With the Luo Fu caught in such strife, the Yuchui couldn't just stand by and watch.
Seer strategist, our time with the Yellow Bell is limited. Let's get straight.
All right. Thanks to Mr. Jing Yuan, the interrogation of the 2 prisoners on the Yuchui has concluded. Mr. Jing Yuan's speculations were correct. Of the crimes they confessed to, planting a Stellaron on the Luo Fu was a complete fabrication meant to mislead. Their real aim was to secure a meeting with the Marshal to present their Godslayer protocol. A strategy they firmly believe in.
And what was this grand strategy proposed by Jing Liu?
The narrative they painted was vast and difficult to put into words. It all revolves around the coffin. To be precise, it's the remnants of the propagation.
The remains of the swarm author?
More accurately,
Oh my god, that's what was in the coffin?
Future they depicted. This fragment serves as the final nail, sealing the fate of the plague's author and securing its doom. Before reaching that point, battling the gods necessitates a larger alliance. Hence, they sought out an ally, I assume. You've all heard of the famed Genius Society member number 81, Ron May, haven't you? The Eye of the Yuchwei has just seen this uninvited guest arrive on the Xianzhou Lafu. 3, 2, 1. Right on time. Now, as for the best way to receive our distinguished guest, I'll leave that in your capable.
Do you remember your name?
My name is Ting Yun. I serve as an ambassador of the Whistling Flames Merchant Guild on the Xianzhou Lafu.
We got a confirmation Ting Yun's alive! Oh my god! Hey Trippy, it's going good. How are you? Oh lord. Oh freak. Alright. Before I swap over to League, I'm gonna do a few warps. Doo-doo. Whomp.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, an Asta, yay. Can I get something new, please? I don't even get a mosaic? This is homophobic. Well, that was dookie.
Cut off of the nookie. Alright.
Every star is a miracle.
My E2 Asta, yay. Okay.
Lazy.